JRM Video Productions, winners of a regional Emmy Award for live sporting event.
JRM Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of WPIAL High School Football, produced by JRM Video Productions.
Tonight on Thursday Night High School Football on SportsNet Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Central Catholic Vikings, the defending 6A champions of the WPIAL, are strutting their stuff down 5th Avenue all the way to Gesling Stadium on the campus of Carnegie Mellon University, where the Central Catholic Vikings host the Norwin Knights on Thursday Night Football. And welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I am Matt Fargo, joined alongside the WPIAL Insider himself, Carlo Zovko. Happy to have you as high school football makes its return to Thursday night. And for old guys like us, Carlo, it was the standard back in the day that Thursday night was on television for high school football. It's great to have it back.
It brings back such great memories. The last time Central Catholic played here, Aaron Donald was going 97 yards the other way, making Sports Center. Would love to see that again this Thursday.
We certainly can do it here with two teams. The Norwin Knights, they're looking to continue to build on their resume to punch their ticket into the 6A playoffs, which only 4 teams make in the WPIAL. And, of course, Pittsburgh Central Catholic is star-studded in every way.
Absolutely star-studded in every way. You almost want to think here, Matt, could this be a championship game preview? Norwin very close to upending NA a couple weeks ago. If they do it in the playoffs, looks like it could be a championship rematch.
It could be. Of course, those teams and those matchups were very close the first time around. Let's take a look at our players to watch in for the Norwin Knights. It's quarterback Tristan Tavares, and I know you love this guy.
I do love this guy. I've called him the best player in the WPIAL, and I'll tell you this. Head coach Ryan Lehmeyer of Central Catholic loves Tristan Tavares as well. Last year during all-conference selections, Tristan was not voted all-conference. Ryan started pounding the table for the Norwin Knight and got him voted all-conference.
10 touchdowns on the season, just 4 INTs for Tristan. On the other side for Pittsburgh Central Catholic, we're looking at Roman Thompson. And not only do Viking fans love him, but a lot of Division I coaches love him as well.
Penn State and Pitt just offered Roman Thompson as a linebacker. He has 16 touchdowns as a running back, though. He does it all on both sides of the field. Hey, this could be a Tristan Tavares versus Roman Thompson 6A Player of the Year match right here.
And they're going to get to do it right in between the white lines in front of us here tonight. All right, let's take a look at our keys to the game. Carlo, how are you going to win here tonight?
For the Norwin Knights, you're going to have to protect the rock. Trust Tristan Tavares to make the right decisions, and if he gets into the passing lanes, make sure that his receivers catch the ball. And the big thing is convert on third downs. Make sure the offense stays on the field. Keep that electric Central Catholic offense off the field.
And for Pittsburgh Central Catholic, I know the chain game is going to be involved here somehow.
Absolutely. Number one, you have to be explosive on offense. They are front runners. They're going to want to get out and get the 60, 70-yard touchdown passes. Make sure that you're explosive. Also, get Tristan Tavares, keep him in the pocket. He does his best work outside, running the lanes, and, he can tuck it and go. Can't let him do that. Keep him in the pocket.
Pittsburgh Central Catholic, Norwin Knights on a Thursday night in the city of Pittsburgh. Oakland brings back Thursday Night Football on SportsNet Pittsburgh. Kickoff coming up next.
Thanks for fixing the door.
I was nervous about that lock.
To your family, you are more than just your income.
What would she do without me? She'd probably have to marry our next door neighbor, Todd.
Well, Todd, I have no feelings for you whatsoever, but I'm going to have to say I do. I can't afford a handyman.
Gotta get some life insurance.
Although you're irreplaceable, a life insurance policy from GBU Life can provide the financial security your family needs for a secure future. To get started, visit gbu.org.
Got a tree problem? Call the experts Pittsburgh Trust. Greater Pitt Tree Service. Whether it's trimming, removal, treatment, or storm damage, we've got you covered. Big or small, anything trees. Certified to work around energized lives, we handle the dangerous jobs others can't. For fast, professional service, call Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE. That's 412-884-TREE, the best choice for tree work in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh Central Catholic and Norwin on Thursday Night High School Football here on SportsNet Pittsburgh. Central Catholic won the toss, deferred to the second half. That means the 5-2 Norwin Knights will receive our opening kickoff in prime time showing here at Gesling Stadium. CMU, the site of our game here tonight. That's Antonio DeFatta. Put this one on a tee, first-year starter for the Vikes. And here we go, Carlos. 6-1 Central, 5-2 Norwin. Underway. A squib kick, fielded at about the 8. And across the 25. And upended just shy of the 30-yard line. Norwin on the return. Zach Pauling. And we'll go down to the third member of our crew. It's Allie Cohen down to the sidelines.
Hey guys, Thursday night football means a short week for both of these teams, especially Norwin, whose JV team played on Monday. Norwin head coach Mike Brown saying that he uses it as a positive, the chance to play sooner. He said his guys put in the work, and they already said they've got to stop the run, and that means loading the box, even if they got to put an extra helmet in there. As for Central Catholic and head coach Ryan Lehmeyer, he said, listen, we lost 24 hours, so we had to cut somewhere, but still stay in routine. His guys have got to tackle on initial contact and limit Tristan Tavares' ability to extend plays, guys.
Thanks, Allie. And you see right there on the first play from scrimmage, issue with the snap for Tavares. He jumps on it, and now it's a 2nd down and 13. And they'll go to the screen pass. Sent up to Jake Knight. Knight shakes off one, and help arrives quickly. There is Molly on the tackle for Pittsburgh Central Catholic. And this defense for Central, Carlo, they do not allow much room for offenses to operate.
No, not much room for error there as Molly. Nice cleanup. Jordan Ray on the initial hit couldn't bring him down there. They said Jordan Ray, Matt, smiles 22-7. The 2 hours he's not smiling is in between the white lines.
I like that. 3rd down and 13. And Tavares operates the offense for the Norwin Knights. 48 of 97 on the season, make it 49 of 98 after that first completed pass of the night. He rolls out on 3rd down, throws to the 25-yard line. He has a receiver there shy of the 30, so they pick up some of that lost yardage on the reception. Michael DeFazio well short of the line to gain, punt unit coming out for Norwin.
Yeah, they're going to try to get DeFazio, the big tight end, involved early. Another one is Josh Leonard. They love these 2 tight ends. They have about 20 receptions between the both of them here this year.
Punt is away. That's Tristan Josephic on the punt for Norwin, and Central Catholic's offense quickly back out there. And there's a reason when you win the toss and you have the defense you do at PCC, you allow their offense to go out there, and quickly they get the ball right back.
Yeah, now all of a sudden Norwin now needs to stop. You know, all of a sudden the pressure's already on the Knights in this massive battle in 6A football. And Matt, as the sun has set here, I'm starting to get a little touch of football weather.
It feels like Western Pennsylvania football, as our good friend Johnny Patrician would say.
Yes, it does.
1st down and 10 for the Pittsburgh Central Catholic offense. Owen Herrick, sophomore quarterback, already an offer from Syracuse, lines up in the shotgun. Jaden Alexander to the right of him. They'll send up the pass to the near side flat. Aiden Nasadka on the reception, and Nasadka has a Pittsburgh Central Catholic 1st down, a pickup of 11.
And Central Catholic hurrying onto the ball. They want to get this offense moving.
On a 1st down and 10, they're quickly back to it. Now a handoff to Jaden Alexander, and Alexander breaks free. There goes Jaden, and no one will catch Jaden Alexander. He goes in for the Central Catholic touchdown.
The exact thing you did not want if you're a Norwin Knight fan. Alexander, verified times of 4.4 speed in Prospect Hampton. Oh, he looked it there.
Yeah, 4.43 and a 4.47. You saw every bit of it on this 65-yard scamper by Jaden Alexander.
And if you're Norwin, you need a blocked field goal. You need something to get some momentum back right here.
DeFatta for the extra point. It's up and good. 9:56 to play in the first. Central needed 2 plays to get in the end zone, and they have a 7-0 lead from Oakland. We're back on Thursday Night High School Football on SportsNet Pittsburgh. Miller's Mini Storage has the extra room you need. For more than 3 decades, our storage facility in Elizabeth, PA has offered secure, affordable, and accessible storage solutions.
Miller's Mini Storage has you covered. Simply bring a lock and key and keep your items safe at our location. New insulated units are available with dawn to dusk access. Storing with us is easy and convenient. Visit millersministorage.com today and reserve your space. Miller's Mini Storage, your space, your way.
I'm Rocco, and I work here at Shell Polymers Monaco. Outside of work, I coach and train football at M7 Shell Sports Complex. We work with students on and off the field to develop their life skills, helping build my community.
This is a meal. We're talking a good food that makes you feel good meal. You feeling that? Now, meal this. A salad for the first time in a week meal. A catching up with your ex meal.
So, how's your mom?
Been there. Ooh, a scoring cool dad points meal.
Obviously.
Thank you. Do I spy an I need 5 minutes to myself meal? Whatever you're feeling, at Panera, it just meals good.
Pittsburgh Central Catholic on the board quickly. 7-0, 65-yard run. Jaden Alexander finds his way into the end zone. Alexander's 4th touchdown of the season. Central Catholic making a statement. They have won 6 in a row. Opening week 0 loss to LaSalle College, one of the favorites to win 6A on the eastern side of the state. Back to Norwin, no return possible on this one. And Carlo, you want to take another look at this run?
Yeah, let's take a look at this run. Let's give some love to the big fellas up front here. And if you're going to look here, number 75, the left guard, John Sasick, highlighted here. If you run the play, watch him wall off the backers here. And he walls them off, and it's just Alexander running towards the end zone. Doesn't really have to make anybody miss. Just an unbelievable play there by big John Sasick, the big junior. He'll be back next year.
Yeah, this offensive line for Central Catholic, grown man bodies all around it. First down and 10 for Norwin as Tavares and company back to action here. First down and 10, operating from the 20. And they hand it off to Giovanni Rottruff, and he'll carry to pick up 2 on that first down carry.
That's what Norwin's going to have to do. Give it to Rotrov a little bit there and let Tristan Tavares make some decisions in that RPO read game right there. And Norwin, if you notice, Matt, taking their time trying to deflate the ball here.
Option play into the belly of the tailback one more time. Rotroff is blown up.
And that's the problem with the Central Catholic defense. If you're Norwin's offense, both Tavares and Rotroff just got absolutely blasted, and they're going quick here.
Colson Gatton, the Duke commit, blowing that one up in the backfield. 3rd down and 7. All the 24-yard line.
A little check with me on the sideline. I love to see that, and now let Tristan make the decision.
Rotroff to the right. Back to pass, Tavares. Screen pass, an immediate tackle. Flying in to make that one, Max Roman, the junior for Central Catholic. 5-on-5 crime there as Lenhart made the reception, but was planted as soon as he secured it. 4th down, and the Knights yet to secure a first down.
This Central Catholic D is flying around tonight, Matt. I think you're going to have to do a pump and go to get them on their heels a little bit.
That was Ismaili on that tackle for Central. And here's the return for the Vikings as Nasadka has his seam. Nasadka with a burst of speed inside the 20-yard line. The Vikings will have it at the 19-yard line of Norwin to start this offensive drive. And right now, this is going maybe even better than script for the Vikings, but there is a flag down back at the 40-yard line, so it doesn't look like Central's going to have all that good field position, but even with the penalty, there's actually 2 down, one at the 40 near side and one at the far side 47.
And that's the problem with reversing fields like that. There could be some clips, a lot of different holdings. Guys just have to keep their defender engaged for that extra half second. Maybe they grab a little bit of jersey there.
Officials talking this one over before we get the call.
Return team, number 24, 10-yard penalty, first down Central Catholic.
So the holding call moves Central back, who I mentioned lost their opening game to LaSalle College 23-6. But now this defense, Carlo, as we take a look at the potential hold, this defense has not given up a touchdown in conference play to this point.
No, and for good reason. I mean, they're flying around and hitting hard.
Herrick hands it off to Alexander one more time, and this time he's bottled up. Not much available. Carson Miller slices in from the defensive secondary to make the tackle.
Yeah, and that's what Norwin's going to have to do. They're going to have to roll that safety down into the box and make the play.
2nd and 8, pickup of 2, play action, set up the far side screen pass. Jordan Ray makes the catch and shakes off a couple. Shout out to Jordan Ray, who was, along with Rory Knipp, singing the national anthem.
And they were really good. They were excellent. Great voices, and they sung well together, more importantly. In harmony, as they call it.
3rd down and 1 for Central Catholic, and a look to this near sideline. The Central Catholic offense.
Jaden Alexander still in the game here. Roman Thompson hasn't taken any snaps at running back yet. Now, mind you, there's only been 4 snaps of offense.
But something to keep an eye on, no question. They go right back to Alexander, who has a first down, and he gets a convoy, a little push forward to add 2 more to the 43-yard line in a Central Catholic first down.
And he's running hard today. He's been banged up throughout the season. This might be his coming out party against this Norwin Knight defense.
And this Norwin Knight defense not to be snuffed out, as Herrick going to go back to pass. Has all day to throw. Now pressure collapses. Flags fly. And a couple more flags fly as Herrick went down to slide. And we will check all of that laundry. Just to finish the thought, though, on the Norwin defense, 3rd down conversions, their opponents are only nailing it 30% of the time. They've only had 18 3rd down conversions against them this season.
And that's super impressive. And they're actually just only going to get the hold there. They did not throw the late hit. That was, I don't want to say questionable, but I could see it either way.
Yes, I agree with you. Certainly he was already down, but I think where he fell, where he was falling down in front of the legs rather than.
And what if he did the Kenny Pickett fake slide?
Well, is that still eligible in high school football?
I don't know if it ever was.
Question. Right. Convoy there, a rugby scrum for Alexander.
Alexander getting a lot of yards per carry. Now, Max Furley and Jonah Furley, the big brothers up front, need to hold their guys here.
Leads the team in carries coming in. The ball's on the floor, and Norwin dives for it, but they cannot, as Thompson was able to secure his own fumble. That's his first fumble of the season, by the way. Alexander's second on the team in carries, came in tonight with 52, just 326 yards to your point.
Yeah, over 6 yards a carry. But now Central 3rd and long here. Let's see what Mr. Herrick can do.
3rd down, 17 for Central Catholic. Herrick back to pass, steps up, gonna let it fly over the middle of the field and overcooked for everybody, incomplete. Closest man to the football was Maceo Watkins. Could not catch up with it.
And Jake Knight, he's the senior safety in coverage there. He's their big cover guy. He usually shadows the opposing team's best threat. You know what head coach Mike Brown told me before the game? He said, which one's their best threat at Central Catholic? We just have to play him in coverage. He can't shadow anybody tonight.
Jake Knight back to receive this punt. DeFatta back to punt for Central Catholic on a 4th down. A big stop here for this Norwin Knight defense, trailing 7-0. And Knight will let this one roll into the end zone.
Smart decision.
And Norwin will start at the 20-yard line. And when we come back, they'll look for their first down of this game. Thursday night high school football continues. Central Catholic leads at 7-0 over Norwin right here on SportsNet Pittsburgh.
Have a nice day, family. What would they do without me?
Can someone fix my hair? Must have cheesy eggs.
I can't find my keys.
No, annoying! Never. I'm the king of
Oh, I need some help.
I
better get more life insurance.
You're irreplaceable, but a life insurance policy from GBU Life can provide your family with the resources for a well-planned future. Visit gbu.org to get started.
A house is just 4 walls, but a home, that's something more. At Your Town Realty, we don't just work here, we live here. We're small by choice, with deep roots and real relationships that go beyond transactions. And because this city means so much to us, we give back, year after year. It's not about being the biggest, it's about being the one that feels like home. Your Town Realty, locally owned, community grown.
If you need insurance, you need an agency that's sharp. The Sharp Insurance Agency is an independent agency and distinguish themselves by providing face-to-face customer service and reviewing coverage to provide the best possible value for their clients.
Hi, I'm Mike Sharp. Lean on my years of experience in the Pittsburgh area to find you the best insurance coverage, because when insurance companies compete, you win.
The Sharp Insurance Agency. Contact us today to have your personal or business insurance professionally reviewed.
Central Catholic Marching Band striking up a tune. Central Catholic has struck first in our Thursday night high school football action, 7-0 Central. Back to work for the offense of Norwin as Tavares slings it short, incomplete, intended for DeFazio.
Yeah, they're really trying to work DeFazio early and often, and I don't disagree why. They kind of like that matchup they have there, but you got to complete them. Got to complete them.
Yeah, that one was second down and 10 from the 20-yard line now. Rotroff, the tailback to the right side, and he'll get the carry. And he'll pick his way forward for 2. Third down upcoming here for the Knights one more time.
And you wonder if Norwin's going to get some splash plays here. Their big guy, number 10, Potter Brozeski, still not on the field. Oh, he is on the field. They did sub him in. They said if they like a shot play, a splash play, they go to that big fella. So we'll see if that's in line here.
54% third down conversion rate for Norwin this season, 0 for 2 so far. Pressure comes, and he goes down, sacked on the play.
And that's exactly what they were doing. Tavares was rolling right and throwing back left to Prozeski on the deep post. They went for him, but that Central Catholic defense was just all over.
Manny Regas comes in on this sack here, and Roman Thompson gets partial credit there as another flag comes down as a return from Nasadka, as Nasadka will take this all the way to the end zone, but it will not stand. And, you know, Central Catholic self-inflicted wounds twice on punt returns.
Very uncharacteristic, and special teams coordinator Ron Fuchs, one of the best special team coordinators in the WPIAL, very uncharacteristic for the Vikings, assuming this comes back as, I mean, I don't see Central celebrating anymore, so offense is getting ready to go.
I would imagine that Fuchs isn't very happy right now.
No, he can't be happy. He is an ace on special teams. He has an awesome Central Catholic Viking tattoo on his ankle.
The stuff you can't get anywhere else. You really, that's why they call you the Insider.
Absolutely.
Another look. Yeah.
I don't love that call, man. I don't love that call. I mean, there was a hold there to go to the end zone anyway. It was going to come back anyway.
Right.
A lot of laundry on the field early for the Vikings. Nothing for the Knights yet.
A lot of pink in the stands. Pink out night here at Central Catholic as we've...
Both student sections in pink as well. Central Catholic student section very healthy.
Yep. Breast Cancer Awareness Month all October.
Oh, they like doing this quarterback draw here.
And go with a screen pass this time. Volson on the reception for the Vikes. He gets it to the 47-yard line. Tempo offense one more time. These stacked receivers on both sides of the screen. Go back to the ground game at Jaden Alexander. And Alexander gets to the 48. Third down upcoming once again.
A great play there by Josh Leonard, just busting up that play, flying in there.
Third down for the Vikings. 5 to go, more like 4. Three-man rush. Back to pass. Here to the near side. Throwing for the first down. And again on the reception, Aiden Nasadka hauls it in and moves the chains for the Vikings.
Coach Ryan Lehmeyer loves Aiden Nasadka. You know, everybody's kind of bracketing Maceo Watkins in conference play, and he said, good, give it to Nasadka if they're going to bracket Watkins.
Play action. Screen pass. Kowalski one more time. Another reception.
They obviously like what they're getting out there. They line up 2x2 twins right there, and they'll take the one. If you want to line them up one-on-one, they'll take the 5 yards every time. That's almost like a running play for them.
Second down. All at the 36 on a 2nd and 5. And they give it off again to Alexander, and there is not much available. First one on the scene for the Norwin Nice, Josh Leonard.
Josh Leonard over there, and Mason Kugler, number 50, high IQ kid as well.
Third down, 4. Back to pass. Near side throw, and again on that comeback route at the sticks. It's Aiden Nasadka one more time for a fresh set of downs.
And Carson Miller going to give him that comeback. He doesn't want to get beat deep, but Central will take that comeback every single time.
Herrick, a pretty ball, and sends up this one to Maceo Watkins. Watkins tries to shake off one, gets pulled down by a leg as Leonard makes the stop.
They are lulling them to sleep here. Next drive, they're going to do that pump and go.
Second down, 6 after the pickup of 4, and there's the first carry for Roman Thompson.
And they still haven't brought him down.
Thompson came into tonight 70 carries, 513 yards, 17 touchdowns.
1 touchdown every 3.5 attempts. How about that? You only got 2 more attempts here, Roman, to keep up the average.
Back to pass. Herrick throws in traffic, incomplete. Tried to find Maceo Watkins and could not, incomplete.
And Herrick, he loves testing his arm strength. He has a lot of confidence, wants to fit those ball in those windows like former Central Catholic great Danny Marino used to, and he almost did there. Very, very good shot there.
4th down, Vikings to go for it. Norwin's only allowed 3 4th down conversions on defense this season. Will they now? Herrick back to pass, looks to scramble. He will, and he will shake off one and get the first down. A would-be tackler would have stopped him short of the line again, but he shrugged it off and was able to get a first down for Central.
And, he earned that first down, but Michael DeFazio absolutely made him earn it at the end there. Boy, was that a hit.
First down for the Vikings. Herrick throws the screen pass, and there's a bunch of traffic as the secondary has locked in. Watkins makes the catch, but Zach Pauling makes the tackle equally as quick.
Yeah, Pauling's getting sick of them throwing that screen game there. I'm telling you, Central Catholic, they're going to make them bite, but they want 80 yards of space to make them bite, not 15 yards of space. I'm telling you, next possession, they're going to go for it.
Saying they're toying with them.
Oh, I think so. I think so.
Check with me on a 2nd down and 12. They lost 2 on that passive catch. Well, 6-1 Central Catholic Vikings. 6A high school football here at Pittsburgh. Watkins makes another catch, and Norwin's doing a great job. The catch is being made, but that's all they're getting. Pauling again on the scene.
Pauling getting off those blocks like a man there. He looks like an NFL DB getting off those blocks. He's sick of that, and, I don't blame them. They've been getting 6-7 yards a pop on it, but those last 2 tries, not so much.
One of the captains on this Norwin squad, now 3rd down and 11. Play action, throwing into the end zone, caught for a touchdown. It's Colson Gatton. Vikings extend the lead as the Vikings, Owen Herrick delivers the strike to Gatton.
Gatton, 6'2", 215 linebacker at the next level. But Ryan Lehmeyer loves him running up that seam, and they got him there. They love this matchup. He has quick feet. He was timed 4.50 at 6'2", 215. That's pretty fast.
That's a runaway truck right there.
That is. I would not want to tackle that.
Not at all. Antonio DeFata on for the extra point, and he puts it through the poles.
And DeFata got a nuke there. I'm surprised that they didn't kick the 40-some yarder a couple plays ago on fourth and medium there. But it worked out for them, as we can tell.
Yeah, another look as Herrick delivers the strike.
In Herrick, they're saying around the Central Catholic realms, he's number 12. He's actually the third best Central Catholic quarterback wearing number 12. Tino Sinceri, number 1.
Yes.
Carlos Ofco, number 2 is what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
Just ask him.
That's what rumors said.
Percentage?
100% completion percentage. Rumors swirling around that Fifth Ave.
Well, we don't talk about how many attempts, right?
Minimum 3 attempts.
Oh, I love it. It's my favorite. How about this stat for you, Carlo? That's only the 7th passing touchdown Norwin has given up defensively this season.
Yeah, the Knights have been serious on defense, and it's been mainly like the Jake Knights, the Carson Millers, the Michael DeFazio at that outside linebacker spot. I think something got lost in translation there because, as you saw there, Gatton ran up that seam. Nobody was around.
Yeah, that looked too easy, no doubt.
And Pauling, he's been running very hard and hitting very hard. I kind of hope he gets a chance to return this one.
DeFazio kick off one more time. This one returnable from the 1. And on the return, it's Pauling to the 23-yard line where the Norwin offense back out there. Norwin, they also lost their first game of the regular season in week 0 to Penn Trafford, 34-31, in a questionable
Very questionable. It looked like Tristan Tavares got that ball over the goal line less than a minute to go. The referee said fumble. I think only the referees thought that was a fumble in that game. Even the Penn Trafford people were saying, we might have gotten away with one there.
Right. Their other loss was to North Allegheny by 3, 20-17. Many thinking Central only beat NA by 15. Norwin loses by 3. This could be a close contest, but so far, Norwin yet to muster a first down.
Norwin kind of hanging in on defense. Defense better than I expected, I'll say.
And that run was Rotroff ends our first 12. When we come back, we'll play 12 more. That's how it works. Thursday night high school football. Pittsburgh Central Catholic leads Norwin 14-0.
A house is just 4 walls, but a home, that's something more. At Your Town Realty, we don't just work here, we live here. We're small by choice, with deep roots in real relationships that go beyond transactions. And because this city means so much to us, we give back, year after year. It's not about being the biggest, it's about being the one that feels like home. Your Town Realty, locally owned, community grown.
At Leway, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Leway apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Leway to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
Got a tree problem? Call the experts Pittsburgh Trust. Greater Pitt Tree Service. Whether it's trimming, removal, treatment, or storm damage, we've got you covered. Big or small, anything trees. Certified to work around energized lives, we handle the dangerous jobs others can't. For fast, professional service, call Greater Pitt Tree Service. 412-884-TREE. That's 412-884-TREE. The best choice for tree work in Pittsburgh.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first.
And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever.
Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Youth night here at Gesling Stadium. Central Catholic cheerleaders back. Oakland Catholic providing the cheerleaders and some young cheerleaders also joining in on the fun as we welcome you to our coverage of Thursday night high school football here in SportsNet Pittsburgh. Special edition of WPIAL High School Football with Carlos Zofko, Allie Cohen down on the sidelines, Matt Fargo with you up here in the booth.
And Leonard there getting in the action. Gain of 4, though. Need this third down if you're the Knights.
Yeah, they haven't converted a first down yet tonight.
I would love to see Tavares run the rock here. He has over 500 yards rushing so far this year. Nothing yet tonight.
Does not. It is a carry, and it still works for a first down as Rotroff picks up the Knights' first one tonight.
You know, he's closing in on 1,000 yards for the year. Had 986 coming into the year. Only needed 14 for the big 1,000.
From the 34.
Yeah, 986, 6 yards a carry. That has gone down. He has 8 touchdowns on the season.
Yeah, he's only been getting about 2 or 3 yards per carry tonight.
Motion stays put. Option play, flipping it out. Once again, and a big-time hit. This time for the Vikes.
And
Zach Gleason.
That's Gleason, power 4 recruit, junior. He's their boundary corner. They love him in that boundary. His best game probably against LaSalle, going up against a 5-star. Hard-hitting cornerback. When do you ever hear of that, Matt? Not much.
Western Pennsylvania tends to breed them.
From the 35.
Second down, 9. Option play, that Tavares throws it out to Leonard, who moves forward just shy of the 40-yard line on that far side boundary.
The thing I noticed watching Norwin tape, they love moving these tight ends, Leonard and DeFazio, and normally wherever they move them, they're running behind them or sneaking them out into the flat, and that's held true so far today. So be aware of number 5 and number 8. Whenever they move, the play's probably going behind them somewhere or going to them.
Opponents are converting third downs at 28% against Central Catholic this season.
And this is a big one here, 3rd and medium. You need this if you're Norwin.
Back to pass. Pressure from behind. It is level. The ball comes loose. It's still loose. And somehow I think Norwin might have secured it. They have.
And that was just a corner fire from Zachary Gleason. And Gleason, I told you he's a hard hitter. Oh, man, Tavares, he's going to feel that one tomorrow.
He's going to feel that one right now.
Yes.
Look at this.
Right on the blind side. Yeah, you don't see corners hit like that much.
No.
Beauty of a punt.
Back to the 28-yard line and another opportunity for Nasadka. Nasadka's had 2 nice returns, and here comes more flags.
And
3
that
punts
was
in a row.
That was an ugly face mask there. I mean, the referee 40 yards away got the face mask, and then the guy closer also got it. Yeah, that was not good.
There's a Knight down on the field as well. And let's go down to Allie Cohen on the sidelines.
Hey guys, we know that Central is a storied program, so the stories certainly run deep. Senior Colson Gadden, who's responsible for making this score 14-0, committed to Duke. His dad, Aaron, is a WPIAL Hall of Famer who was a multi-sport athlete. He received 12 varsity letters in 3 different sports, football, wrestling, track, and field, and won 2 state titles and 6 WPIAL titles in 3 sports. That's crazy. He played linebacker at Penn State. Offensive tackle James Halter just received an offer from Notre Dame. His dad, Jordan, played offensive line for the Irish in the early 90s. And many more where these come from, but we'd be here all night, guys.
Yeah, Allie, it is a long list of talent as we take another look at the punt return.
He might have poked his eyes out here, Matt. that was a face mask and a half.
It's like something you saw in The Longest Yard.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
So after the penalty, Central cooking in great field position from the 41-yard line of the Knights. Herrick from the gun, zings it over the middle of the field. Deja vu, getting Twice, just as nice. Touchdown Central.
And this is tough because Norwin loved Michael DeFazio on that matchup with Gatton, and Central loved that matchup and vice versa. Right now, Gatton's getting the best of them.
Colson, Gatton, the two commit.
I mean, that's too easy. That's right down the seam there. Right
41 yards.
Right after we hear all about Mr. Gatton in his WPIAL Hall of Fame.
Right. On cue, DeFata to put it through the poles. It all works. And with 8:36 to go here in the second, Central Catholic 21, Norwin nothing. Thursday night high school football. Fights rolling.
To UPMC Sports Medicine, a huge center of excellence built by Freddie Fu.
A fantastic, world-renowned place where we see athletes, we see patients of all walks of life, world-renowned surgeons.
Primary care sports medicine physicians.
Board-certified physical therapists.
A comprehensive multidisciplinary assessment to evaluate for concussion.
Nutrition.
Athletic training.
Sports performance. Everything is right here that you need. We deliver that right to you.
Stay connected with all the action. Follow JRM Sports on X, Instagram, and YouTube. Get the latest highlights, exclusive content, and behind-the-scenes moments from your favorite sports. Don't miss a second. Follow us today.
Turkey's in season at Eaton Park. Whether you're craving it hot, stacked, Pittsburgh style, or served up with all the fixings, we've got you covered. Starting at just $10.99. Add a slice of pumpkin pie to any of these favorites for only $1.99. Only at Eaton Park.
Pittsburgh, get ready to see PPG Pace Arena like never before. PPG Pace Arena tours take you behind the scenes of the home of the Pittsburgh Penguins. This is your chance to step inside the Penguins locker room and feel the history of the 5-time Stanley Cup champs. See the ice from a player's point of view and go where legendary broadcasters called the biggest moments in Penguins history. From championship stories to behind-the-scenes secrets, this tour is the ultimate Penguins experience. Visit ppgpacearena.com and book your tour today.
21-0, Pittsburgh Central Catholic leads. Thanks to our friends at Greater Pitt Tree Service, presenting tonight's Thursday night high school football broadcast on SportsNet Pittsburgh. Greater Pitt Tree Service, great friends of the broadcast. DeFata to put a boot into it, and it goes out of the back of the end zone. And Carlo, you want another look at the Vikings dialing up this touchdown.
Yeah, just a nice little bend route here. You're going to see Gatton just bend right to the hash and get upfield. And as we played here, you're going to see 44 Santino Brasco try to reroute him and just didn't get enough hands on him. And at 6'2", 215 for Gatton, you're going to have to slow him down or else he's going to do that all night long.
Tavares back to work for Norwin from their own 20. Give it back off to Rotroff. Not much available. Norwin led by third-year head coach Mike Brown, Penn Trafford and Mercyhurst grad. Spent time as a GA assistant at RMU before taking the job for 4 years full-time as an assistant. He was a D coordinator at Greensburg Central Catholic, became the head coach at Hempfield for 2 years before coming over to Norwin.
Yeah, he's a PSAC guy, as is Ryan Lahmeyer, and both of them know, hey, this is the battle between Mercyhurst and Slippery Rock. This is big for them.
Tavares steps up, pressure again, down he goes, sacked one more time, and it's Roman Thompson this time for the Vikes.
Roman Thompson just exploding off the edge there. You know what? That might have been 8. That might have been Blatt there. Yeah, that was Blatt coming in off the edge. He's going to UNC. Bill Belichick likes that guy. The question is, who's going to be there next year, Blatt or Belichick?
It's a valid question. 3rd down, 15. Tavares, screen pass sent up to the far side boundary, and after one shredded tackle, they're able to finally pull him down And this time, Roman Thompson does make the tackle on Pauling.
Yeah, Pauling is their screen guy. They like throwing that now screen and getting that big sophomore left tackle out there. And are they going for this on 4th and long here, Matt? They're gambling here. They need some juice right now.
They sure are. And Mike Brown wants to think about it.
No, that's going to be Ryan Lehmeyer wanting to think about it.
Yes, it is.
I don't think that they got their what they call the Delta package in fast enough, taking out a defensive lineman and putting in another DB. I would assume that that's what's going on here. And I do want to give a big shout out here to 3 big guys up front for Central Catholic on this defense. Cole Bayer, Anthony Pugliano, and Jalen Smith. They have been holding it down, just absolutely stuffing this Norwin run game. I don't know what Norwin needs to do to get going, Matt. I think Tristan Tavares has to be the guy to lead this team. He has over 500 yards rushing. Not many tonight. He needs to start pulling that rock.
Yeah, and how about the defensive prowess of this Viking defense? Defensive coordinator C.J. Bell for Central Catholic. It's been impressive, and they pride themselves. We talked about the fact they have not given up a touchdown in conference play to this point.
And they've played NA already.
Yeah, and they've only given up 3 rushing touchdowns this season and 10 on the year.
And Norwin here thinking twice.
And muff punt, and Norwin will jump on it.
Just what the Knights needed.
Nasadka fumbles the punt, muffs it, and Zach Pauling gets his paws on the football. Knights football.
Pauling's playing out of his mind tonight. He's one of the few bright spots so far for the Knights. Let's see if some others can step up as well. He might have just lost in the lights there, Matt.
Norwin gets on the central side of the 50.
Do you take a shot? Do you take a shot right here, right now?
I was going to say earlier, Carlo, that I'm surprised Tavares hasn't tried to dial one up yet.
He tried rolling right, throwing back left, and Central blew it up. The problem is throwing deep, you need some protection.
Back to pass. Here comes the pressure. He steps up, and he goes down. Sacked again, this Central Catholic defensive front.
And they wanted to. It was just too long of a developing play. I think you just got to run a go route and just flick of the wrist, throw it up there because, Ashton Blatt is all over the place. Watching him a couple weeks ago against Hempfield, he ruined those poor tackles Knights, and he's starting to do it right now.
Manny Regas also in on that one. 2nd down and 16. And Rotroff gets the carry, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And that's 55. Cole Bayer there just plugging up the middle, just dominating with a big tackle. Cole Bayer deadlifted a Central Catholic record this year. 725-pound deadlift. I don't even know how that's possible for an 18-year-old.
That's insane. That is insane.
And he is one, they do take him out on these long 3rd downs, put in that extra defensive back. One of them, number 3, Nick Karinga, a little hybrid, little linebacker safety. So we'll see if he can do anything here. Nope.
Timeout Norwin, and we'll go down and check downstairs with Allie Cohen.
I'm here with Army Captain Sal McClintock, Field Artillery Officer. Your brother, Cello, senior on Central Catholic Vikings team. You are headed to Germany in less than a week. Where in Germany will you be stationed?
I'm heading to Mainz-Kastel, Germany.
Okay, and what is it like planning and scheming joint firings for an artillery battery?
It's a whole lot like a football team. You got the offense, defense, everybody has to come together across all domains to get it across the finish line.
So a lot of commonality, some different things on the line, though.
Definitely the framework is there.
What is it like being at home and then knowing that you have to go, but being able to spend with your family and seeing your brother here on the field, knowing that you're going to be gone for almost 3 years, maybe 4?
Yeah, it's always nice to come home and see family. A short amount of time, but the time I get here is always good, and we always get some good moments out of it.
And once you're over there, how do you plan to keep up with Pittsburgh sports, whether it's your brother's team or the pro sports Steelers?
A lot of late nights. The time zone might be a little adjustment at first, but we'll adjust.
All right. We thank you for your sacrifice, Sal. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you, and thanks for the service of Sal and all of our armed forces, men and women. It's great to see that he got one more chance to see pro
that's
play.
really cool. That's really cool.
Here in person anyway. Of course, he'll be down into Vikings do a nice job on their web stream broadcast and keeping everybody connected. Brzezinski made the catch on third down. Here's fourth down for Norwin. Time and a back shoulder throw that goes incomplete. Trying to find Rotroff slipping out of the backfield. It will be a turnover on downs. Central Catholic back on offense. When we come back, they have a 21-point advantage, and it's all here on SportsNet Pittsburgh.
Quiet on set? No way. This is Jake's time to shine, and Ryan's, and our crew. Cameras, check. Drones, check. Checking that shot we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here capturing this action. This is when we get to work, to bring you every moment live, no matter what. Broadcasting changes everything. Transform how you experience the game with JRM Video Production.
I think this is a model institution. You are a point of pride here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. You understand that going to college is also about what you do after college and making sure you are arming your students with the opportunity to have the skills they need to go out and chart their own path to success in their futures.
Norwin Knight cheerleaders in the house tonight. A lot of blue and gold in the house between the Knights and the Vikings.
Dark blue everywhere, and pink.
Yeah, and pink. But it's all Central Catholic to this point, 21-0, and they start with the football. First down and 10. A run for Jaden Alexander. Had a 65-yarder earlier in the contest. Carries to the 28.
And he keeps those wheels turning. They had him golfed up at the line of scrimmage, and he fell forward for about 3.5, 4 yards there. It was really good.
Central Catholic returned 13 starters from the team that dethroned North Allegheny last year. 6 starters on offense, 7 on defense. Not to be but outdone by Norwin.
Norwin returning 10 starters on defense.
And Alexander brought down to the backfield. Leonard taking out its legs in the backfield.
The heartbeat of the team. He's really helped turn this program around at Norwin. Head coach Mike Brown said in the last 3 years, Josh Leonard has missed less workouts than the head coach Mike Brown. I said, that's unbelievable. He said, I had to miss twice for something personal. He goes, he hasn't missed any.
There's a false start penalty. Talking earlier about offensive line for Central. Jimmy Callis leading the way there. 6'7", 285. His father, Todd, guard for the Vikings, Steelers, and Bengals. I mean, the lineage of some of these Vikings is impressive.
He's a house, and he lines up next to John Sasick, who's the left guard, who's 6'6". I feel bad for Owen Herrick trying to see over those guys.
Callis had 9 scholarships this time last summer, and now nearly 50 offers.
Yeah, and you can see why. He's big and he moves very well.
Screen pass set up to the far side boundary, and a couple on third down. Not much available there for the reception for Wormsley.
This Norwin Knight defense starting to fly around. Mainly Josh Leonard, 5. He's in on the play again there. All of a sudden, Norwin showing some life.
It's just, can they get the offense to punch it in here? I mean, they get a gift from the Central Special Teams unit that does not often give away gifts in the muffed punt, but could not. They went backwards on that drive.
Yeah, easier said than done. You know, they're trying to create these developing passing plays. You're not going to do it on a Central Catholic defense.
I'm with you. I mean, I think quick slants, get the ball out of Tavares' hands quickly and try to get those receivers out in some space. Their screen passes really haven't been successful for either side to this point.
No, yeah, they've been a heavy screen team with Pauling and Jake Knight, but they have been getting the ball to Leonard and DeFazio more often than not, so we'll see if they can go back to that this drive here.
3:21 to go here in the first half. Coming up, a special WPIAL Insider halftime show.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah. 2/3 of the WPIAL Insider show.
We miss you, Brad. We hope you're healing up.
Dearly. From the 35-yard line, the return for Knight. Gets the corner, and Knight ushered out of bounds. As the Knights will have 3:09 to work with to try to chip into a 21-point deficit.
Big drive here for Norwin. If you remember, Central Catholic gets the ball at halftime here. But Knight kind of turning on the Jets a little bit there. He said, hey, we got some speed in Norwin too.
He was the hero last week in their win against Hempfield. That's a big rivalry game. Well documented, a 33-26 win.
Comeback win, yeah.
Against the Spartans in what essentially was the battle for third and fourth place in 6A.
Hey, don't count out my Big Macs yet.
Okay. Anna McMillan might have something to say. Rotroff, the carry for 2 yards.
And that's exactly what you needed there. They ran right behind Patrick Schmook there, the 3-year starter, offensive center there. He was the guard. They needed a center. He moved to center, went through some growing pains the first couple weeks. Looks a lot better there. That was only 2.5 yards. That looked like a lot more.
Second down and 8.
Second down and 8 it is.
Oh, boy. Central, 2 yards tonight is like 30.
There's Rotroff finding a crease for a yard more.
That's another one. I mean, that looked like he gashed them real quick, but the problem is that line of scrimmage, they get blown back 2 yards. All of a sudden, they're 2 yards in the backfield.
Robert
He
Thompson
only got a yard there.
Third down quickly here for the Knights. The clock winds towards 2 minutes.
I would love to see a halfback screen, something of that nature to slow down the Central Catholic pass rush, because these guys are just pinning their ears back and going to get Tavares. I mean, look at these guys. They look like they're about to be sprinters in the 100-meter.
Tavares, time this time. Now he'll throw for the first down. First time Tavares has had time. And Brzeski makes the reception and moves the stick.
Seven stayed back to protect Tavares there. And guess what? He made him pay for it. But that's what it might have to be. 7 guys in to protect.
First down and 10. Rotroff one more time. Picks up 3.
I mean, slowly but surely getting the wheels turning here for this Norwin Knight offense as the time keeps ticking. Now less than a minute and a half to go.
Yeah, Ryan Laymeyer was talking about the team is so different from last year. Familiar faces and places, but different places for some. Back to pass, Tavares will throw to the far side. It is completed at Knight.
Very nice stop route there. And did the ref say he was in bounds? That clock is still ticking. Yeah, they said that he was in bounds.
Wow. Absolutely wasn't.
I don't agree with that at all. At all.
No, I agree with you.
Ref has a curfew tonight.
It was a late start. Third down, they go right back to it on that far side. It's completed, but no gain. Knight makes another reception.
I'm wondering if there were sideline warning on Central Catholic here.
Sideline warning, Central Catholic. That's their first.
Oh, and that's where the strength coach starts flexing his muscles to those players, saying, hey, fellas, get back behind that white line.
Yeah, I'm glad you referred to him as the strength coach and not the get-back coach.
They're one of the same.
Right. I think they prefer the former rather than the latter. Tavares, another fourth down. It's knocked down. Roman Thompson got in the passing lane and knocks it to the phony grass. Here at CMU, it's a turnover on downs.
And that's why he's in the running for 6A Player of the Year right there. I mean, he's lucky. That could have been pick 6 to the house if he stays on his feet and catches the ball. Easier said than done, I guess.
High school football tonight on SportsNet Pittsburgh, brought to you by our friends at Greater Pitt Tree Service.
Carlos, my man, he's awesome.
They do a tremendous job. 412-884-TREE for all your tree needs. Best ones to do it in the Berg. Greater Pitt Tree Service.
He needs to hit up a couple golf courses because I can't get away from those trees on those golf courses.
Yeah, I find myself on the beach more at golf courses than I do any other time. Throw near side, it is intercepted. Did he hang on?
Yes, he did.
He did.
Wow.
Picked off Michael DeFazio with a highlight reel INT.
DeFazio wins that battle on Gadden. Gadden's gotten the best of him twice. He says, hey, I can make some plays too. So, maybe Coach Brown and Coach Lehmeyer are both seeing the same thing. Oh, boy.
Oh.
I will say this. The ref was right in front of him, and he called it a catch. So, obviously, he saw something differently than our replay did.
Yeah.
Whew.
The student section
The
right
Knights,
in front of that.
14 ticks to go. Here we go.
10 from the Vikings 35.
Back to pass Tavares with some pressure. He'll throw. Has a receiver there. Stretched out. Incomplete. Could not haul it in. And Norwin had a shot at it.
Man, that looked good.
The intended receiver.
Gio Rotrov. I mean, look at this here. Watch him come back and chip Blatt, or else Blatt would have splatted Tavares all over the turf. He owes Mr. Rotrov a steak.
35.
Second down, 7 seconds to go in the half. Tavares, one more time. And pressure comes, and he forgot the football, and Norwin pounces on it as time expires in this first half.
Cole Bayer again on the sack right there. Bayer is making his presence felt tonight.
And so are the Pittsburgh Central Catholic Vikings. They're doing it in all facets as the Central Catholic Vikings will take a 21-0 lead into the locker room at the break. Vikes 21, Knights nothing. And we will go down to Allie Cohen, who has Ryan Lehmeyer.
Hey guys, obviously most of the first half able to stall Norwin's offense. Late interception there. What did you see? Where was the breakdown there?
I think, the biggest thing is just keeping that quarterback in the pocket. I think we've done a good job so far, just kind of pressing the pocket and keeping him in there. But we got to continue to hold up in coverage and keep doing what we're doing.
What did you like about your offense's ability to take advantage of one-on-one matchups?
Well, I thought it was a big play there. Right after the turnover or whatever. We went down with Colson there, and then just be able to move the ball. We stalled out a little bit in the run game, so we got to do better and just kind of establish the line of scrimmage better in the second half.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, Allie, and thanks to Coach Ryan Lehmeyer, who 21-0, but still work to do if you're the Pittsburgh Central Catholic Vikings. Coming up next, it's the WPIAL Insider halftime show. You're watching live coverage of WPIAL Thursday night high school football here on SportsNet Pittsburgh.
To UPMC Sports Medicine, a huge center of excellence built by Freddie Fu.
A fantastic, world-renowned place where we see athletes, we see patients of all walks of life, world-renowned surgeons,
primary care sports medicine physicians,
Board-certified physical therapists,
A comprehensive multidisciplinary assessment to evaluate for concussion,
nutrition,
athletic training,
Sports performance. Everything is right here that you need. So we deliver that right to you.
At Octane Customs, we take pride in helping our local businesses make an impact. We don't just wrap vehicles. We build moving billboards that get your business noticed. From bold designs to expert installation, our 3M certified team delivers quality you can trust every time. Book now and mention this ad to get 10% off your custom business wrap and turn every mile into a marketing opportunity. Octane Customs, your brand on the move.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 7 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
At Laway, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Laway apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Laway to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
Got a tree problem? Call the experts Pittsburgh Trust. Greater Pitt Tree Service. Whether it's trimming, removal, treatment, or storm damage, we've got you covered. Big or small, anything trees. Certified to work around energized lives, we handle the dangerous jobs others can't. For fast, professional service, call Greater Pitt Tree Service. 412-884-TREE. That's 412-884-TREE, the best choice for tree work in Pittsburgh.
And we're back to Carnegie Mellon's Gesling Stadium, Thursday night high school football. Here tonight where the Pittsburgh Central Catholic Vikings lead 21-0 over the Norwin Knights. Here in week 7 of the WPIAL high school football season. Welcome into the broadcast booth and welcome to the WPIAL Insider halftime show. That is the WPIAL Insider. Carlo Zofko, I am just Matt Fargo.
Good to be back. We are missing Brad. We could have our whole podcast.
This would be great. We would make room for him if he could.
Absolutely would.
Heal up, Brad. We really want to see you back here shortly. And what we have seen to this point of the WPIAL high school football season, Carlo, has been electric. And I think probably the most electrifying has been 5A.
5A for the last couple years has been the best class. There's all the superstars, all the big name teams, and the 3 that I really like, and they're kind of tussling for the top spot here. Pine Richland, Peters Township, and Upper St. Clair.
Yeah.
Peters Township and Upper St. Clair already met on the gridiron. It came all the way down less than a minute, right at the goal line. Peters holds strong over Upper St. Clair, but man, that might have been the WPIAL game of the year so far. But Pine Richland's going to have something to say about that. Probably looking like they're going to be the 1 seed, I think.
Yeah, and I think a lot has to do with the fact that their conference is a lot softer in terms of what they are facing throughout the season versus what that Allegheny 6 is concerned. And you don't forget about teams like Moon and Bethel Park that can make some noise. Shout out to Bethel Park's head coach, Phil Peckage. Know he's watching tonight.
Phil Peckage, we know he's watching. You know, I'm going to start watching you as well, Phil. See what your sideline apparel and how you do your hair and what hat you're wearing. We love you, Coach Peckage.
It's all about the apparel, right?
Yeah,
all about the apparel. But you know what? I think big questions to ask in 5A. Can it be Peters Township and Pine Richland like it was a season ago? Or will it be one of those other teams in the mix to spoil the party? We realized how close, I think maybe at the beginning of the year, we thought it was Pine Richland and
a significant gap.
And everybody else.
Not so much.
Not so much now. I think Peters is every bit in the conversation, as is Upper St. Clair. USC Bethel Park, they play tomorrow night. That's going to be a good one. You'll be there.
I'll be there, and I'll throw in a curveball as well. Woodland Hills has been firing on all cylinders right now. Cam Walters and Scoop Smith.
You love Scoop.
2 4-year starters. They can do some fun things together. They're very explosive. When you're explosive, you can knock out really anybody.
All right, let's talk a little bit about 4A now. You know what? I think it's all the way messed up. We have no idea what's going to come out of 4A, and Newcastle probably is the biggest surprise in the class.
Easily the biggest surprise of the class, taking down Aliquippa as well as Montour, as well as taking out 5A's Penn Hills at week 0.
Shutting them out, no less.
Shutting them out. I mean, Aliquippa in my 4A rankings went from number 1. I mean, there's a chance they don't make the playoffs.
Yes.
I mean, that's how crazy this class is. Now, of course, 4A, there's only 8 playoff spots. Yep. So it's a lot harder to make the playoffs here. But right now, I think Mars is playing their best football right now, and I think Gabe Hine, Aiden Yoakum, those guys can take this team to the next level and get Eric Kasparowicz another championship under his
seen
belt.
Yoakum get into the end zone there against Montour, and you mentioned Eric Kasparowicz, one of the best to do it in the WPIAL as well. The Planets are every bit, it almost feels like they're getting better as the season goes on. A close loss against Aliquippa, and they've had some close wins. They've beaten North Hills on our showcase on Friday nights. But I think 4A might be the biggest. Yeah, I think it might be the biggest question mark. There aren't clear favorites, in my opinion.
And the biggest question mark of them all is maybe reigning champion Thomas Jefferson.
Sure.
With losses to Trinity and 3A Avonworth, nobody really saw that coming as well, and they almost went down to West Mifflin a couple weeks ago.
And we already got through all of this without saying the McKeesport Tigers and Kimon Spell.
There's a 5-star in the Whippio. Kimon Spell is here, by the way. He just picked up a Georgia offer, easily the best player in the WPIAL this year. He's been injured this year, is the only problem, but guess what? He's healthy now, right when you need him to be.
And could that mean that the Tigers can get right back to the championship game? They lost to TJ a year ago. Could they get back? And maybe TJ won't be there.
There's definitely a chance. I think that this 4A, there's going to be a lot of new names, a lot of new faces. Maybe the newest, Marino Graham, those new Castle Hurricanes, that freshman, maybe he's going to get 1,000 yards passing and 1,000 yards rushing.
And I think Pittsburgh Central Catholic fans are going to be fans of the Newcastle Red Hurricanes and Marino Graham. His dad was a huge Dolphins fan, watching Dan Marino play, names his son Marino Graham, and of course Marino touts the number 13 as well.
Only in Western Pennsylvania do you get that, right? I mean, Dan Marino, excellent player here at Central Catholic, went on to star at Pitt, then the Dolphins, and Marino Graham's father said, you know what? That's my son's name.
You got to love it. High school football in Western Pennsylvania, the love just keeps going and growing and getting bigger and bigger. All right, our WPIAL Insider halftime show. Going to take a break, pay some bills. When we come back, we'll talk about the other classifications, and we'll talk about this game and get you ready for the second half. WPIAL Insider halftime show rolls on Thursday night high school football here on SportsNet Pittsburgh.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
College isn't for everyone. But from pay to training to retirement, Pennsylvania Laborers Union members live better. PA Laborers Union offers a great wage potential of $42 per hour and terrific health benefits. Imagine having 0 student loans while receiving state-of-the-art construction training. Join the team and get mentorship and guidance from experienced members. Go now to laborparecruit.com for more information.
Pittsburgh, get ready to see PPG Pace Arena like never before. PPG Pace Arena tours take you behind the scenes of the home of the Pittsburgh Penguins. This is your chance to step inside the Penguins locker room and feel the history of the 5-time Stanley Cup champs. See the ice from a player's point of view and go where legendary broadcasters called the biggest moments in Penguins history. From championship stories to behind-the-scenes secrets, this tour is the ultimate Penguins experience. Visit ppgpacearena.com and book your tour today.
A house is just 4 walls, but a home, that's something more. At Your Town Realty, we don't just work here, we live here. We're small by choice, with deep roots in real relationships that go beyond transactions. And because this city means so much to us, we give back, year after year. It's not about being the biggest, it's about being the one that feels like home. Your Town Realty, locally owned, community grown.
Stay connected with all the action. Follow JRM Sports on X, Instagram, and YouTube. Get the latest highlights, exclusive content, and behind-the-scenes moments from your favorite sports. Don't miss a second. Follow us today.
You might not see the people's pipelines that deliver you safe, reliable natural gas every day because they are out of sight, hiding beneath your feet. But what's out of your sight is not out of our minds. We move through busy city streets to upgrade the infrastructure that served our region for decades, using state-of-the-art materials that reduce emissions to power homes and businesses with essential energy for generations to come. That's people's commitment to making your life better.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
And welcome back inside our broadcast booth here on the campus of Carnegie Mellon University. Back with Carlo Zofko, Matt Fargo with you, our WPIAL Insider halftime show. And I have to admit, Carlo, I don't feel smart enough to be here at CMU.
Yeah, there's some major brains on this campus.
I had a 4.0 back at school. I had a 1.0 my freshman year, a 1.0 my. That's not how they do that.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, I don't know. You're a Central Catholic guy, you know that. We are crowning some champions and looking forward to crowning champions. And now talking about 3A of the WPIAL, there's a team that plays 3A that probably could win 4A in the Avonworth Antelopes.
Probably would win 4A. Avonworth just smoking everybody on their schedule. They'd probably beat a couple 5A teams if you put them on the schedule. What Luca Neal and Carson Bellinger's doing for the Antelopes is extraordinary. Coach Duke Johncourt, maybe probably the WPIAL Coach of the Year.
Gotta give him some love, man.
Absolutely.
It's unbelievable, the program that he has built. Avonworth's not just on the verge of the scene now. They're a perennial contender year in and year out.
Year in and year out, they continue to do it, as you see Luca Neal with that touchdown there off of the tip pass. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. And can Amani Christian beat them? I don't know. It's going to be close. I think it's going to be Avonworth and Amani in the finals, though.
Yeah, anybody else in that classification you think that could contend?
I will never say no to Mark Lyons and the Central Valley Warriors. And Elizabeth Ford, those Warriors, pretty darn good as well.
I mean, they went 5-4 last year, ended up as the 2 seed, got all the way to the championship, ended up losing to the champion in Avonworth. Of course, Avonworth went into overtime in the state championship. All right, going down to 2A, who do you like in 2A?
I still think it's Seton LaSalle here at 2A. I think the best player in the conference is Will Martin. Kai Jones at quarterback, he's starting to get his legs under him as you see him go the distance there on the screen. What this team can do, they're very explosive, much so like Central Catholic, very explosive and play really good defense. So I think Seton's the team to beat, but don't count out those South Allegheny Gladiators.
No, and I'd add in the Hopewell Vikings and James Boo Boo Armstrong as well.
Boo Boo Armstrong has been putting up electrifying stats, although he is 3A, Mr. Matthew.
That's a good point. Well, I'll also keep an eye on a couple others throughout this season. Now we'll switch over to the 1A classification, and you can't talk about 1A unless you talk about the Fort Cherry Rangers and Matt Sig.
It's the Matt Sig Show on the WPIAL Insider Show. I mean, that's kind of our weekly segment here as you see him throwing the ball down the field. I mean, he throws it just as well as he runs it.
The WPIAL touchdown leader all time, it's Matt Sig, and doing it at quarterback, no less.
Doing it at quarterback, he's close to that state record for combined rushing and passing touchdowns, but don't count out those Clarendon Bears just yet. Jeff Thompson, the quarterback, has been playing outside of his mind. The Bears, Wayne Wade has them cooking. It'll be interesting to see what happens this year.
And they gave Fort Cherry everything they could handle last year in the WPIAL championship game, and Jeff couldn't throw. He had his arm injured in that game.
Yeah, as long as he's able to throw this year, I think that game might be a little bit different. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. We're on a collision course, though, in that 1A.
Yes, we are. It will be fun to see as it plays out in 1A. All right, let's bring it right back up to 6A and talk about this game as we take a look at the first half stats between Central Catholic and Norwin. And here they are, Central Catholic dominating in categories, but boy, the two things that stand out, negative 26 rushing yards. That's because of all the sacks that Central Catholic has been able to secure, and just 2 first downs for the Knights.
2 first downs for the Knights. They have to take a couple more shots. They had a shot open with 15 seconds left, just couldn't come down with it. Would have made it 21-7. But yeah, Norwin has to get that ground game going, or else they're in big trouble.
Let's take a look at our Greater Pitt Tree Service first half highlights. And it was Central Catholic getting started quickly. Jaden Alexander, 65 yards to the crib, using that 4.4 speed. Alexander's longest coming into tonight, 53 yards. He goes 65 on that TD, makes it 7-0 Central Catholic. Then Central can do it with the passing game. Owen Herrick finding Colson Gatton, the tight end, and twice is just as nice. Gatton hooks up again for the touchdown. This one 41 yards to make it 21-0. But the Vikings hand a Christmas gift early as the muffed punt there by Nasadka gives Norwin the opportunity. However, they could not do anything with it. Late in the half, it was an interception as Michael DeFazio comes away with the INT, but the Knights weren't able to connect. Carlo mentioned they were not able to connect on that late touchdown opportunity. So the Vikings of Central Catholic take with them a 21-0 lead over the Knights of Norwin. When we come back, the second half of action on Thursday night high school football here on SportsNet Pittsburgh. Second half, moments away from kicking off. Don't go anywhere.
Stay connected with all the action. Follow JRM Sports on X, Instagram, and YouTube. Get the latest highlights, exclusive content, and behind-the-scenes moments from your favorite sports. Don't miss a second. Follow us today.
If you need insurance, you need an agency that's sharp. The Sharp Insurance Agency is an independent agency and distinguish themselves by providing face-to-face customer service and reviewing coverage to provide the best possible value for their clients.
Hi, I'm Mike Sharp. Lean on my years of experience in the Pittsburgh area to find you the best insurance coverage, because when insurance companies compete, you win.
The Sharp Insurance Agency. Contact us today to have your personal or business insurance professionally reviewed.
Need construction or real estate services? One call covers it all. Macero Construction Group, helping shape the city you love and the name behind Pittsburgh's skyline. We manage construction for many local schools, ensuring strong foundations for the future. Need space? Macero Properties has prime office and warehouse locations in the airport corridor and downtown. And when disaster strikes, Macero Restoration is ready 24/7. One name, one call. Macero Construction Group, building Pittsburgh, serving you.
Fall is in the air at Pittsburgh's premier outdoor shopping, dining, and play destination, the Waterfront. Find fall weather gear at retailers like Old Navy, DSW, and Rally House. Dine at family-friendly restaurants like Primanti Brothers, Shorty's Tap and Taco, and more. Experience indoor playtime at Dave & Buster's, Urban Air, and more. Speaking of play, the Waterfront is a proud sponsor of this Steel City High School football broadcast and happy to support WPIAL football across our region. Visit us at waterfrontpgh.com for more information.
This Friday, the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, features Bishop Canavan as the Crusaders take on the Fort Cherry Rangers. Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. Thursday night high school football here tonight from Carnegie Mellon University on SportsNet Pittsburgh. Thanks to our friends at Greater Pitt Tree Service presenting high school football tonight. Central Catholic leads Norwin 21-0 at the break. And we have more high school football for you tomorrow on KDKA Plus. It's the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week as the Bishop Canavan Crusaders take on the Fort Cherry Rangers. Just talking about Matt Singh, and Bishop Canavan says we got some D1 dudes of our own.
Bishop Canavan, they're my number 3 team in the 1A WPIAL, but I still think the Rangers get this one by 41 points.
Yeah, that's what you said on the podcast. You just doubled down.
People aren't happy about
They're not happy.
People are not happy. Coach Tanner Gary is actually probably not. He thinks that's Rat Boys.
Well, I hope you tune in tomorrow night. Our JRM video production crew bringing you high school football on multiple days now. Thursday night, Friday night, and then some college football for you on Saturday. It should be a lot of fun between all these games this weekend, a full slate of high school football and college football for you by our friends at JRM Video Productions. Back up here in the broadcast booth, that's Carlo Zopko, Matt Fargo with you. Carlo, I'm just so impressed by seeing Pittsburgh Central Catholic. And, you have the names and the faces and the pedigree and all the offers, but can you put it all together? Can it all make sense? Can it all mesh between the white lines? It really does. Ryan Lamar's done a terrific job.
He has done a terrific job. There were a lot of questions when Terry Totten retired. Who's going to take over? They pick a non-Central guy. They pick Ryan Lamar from North Hills.
Yeah.
Central alums weren't happy. I can't imagine them not being happy right now. He's done an excellent job.
Yeah, and certainly getting that WPIAL championship, dethroning North Allegheny, and now having high expectations to do it again in the 6A classification. And I think for Norwin, did you see some opportunities just they weren't able to be seized by the Knights in that first half?
It's so hard because this Central Catholic pass rush is getting home so quickly. Yeah. Ashton Blatt has been everywhere. Cole Bayer has been everywhere. And, that final play of the half there, Ashton Blatt's been rushing the passer. That was him on that pass breakup there on Rotroff's going up the sideline there. So he can do it all. There's a reason why he's going to North Carolina. He can do it all.
Yeah, and I think, it's some of those Division I players that we've been talking about ad nauseum for the Pittsburgh Central Catholic Vikings, but a lot of the other guys that maybe aren't getting all of the Division I looks are also stepping up and stepping in their spots on the Vikings squad.
Absolutely, making the plays. Jordan Ray, we've called his name a couple of times. His dad is actually the strength coach at the University of Pittsburgh. A good friend of mine, very good hooper as well, Mr. Michael Ray is. I can imagine Jordan is, and my favorite was he was doing the national anthem beforehand.
That's the best part.
That's the best part about it all. But yeah, the guys like that, Cole Bayer, been all over the field making plays, and we'll see if they can continue to do so. But I'll tell you this, Norwin, they need a big defensive stop quickly.
Yeah, because Pittsburgh Central Catholic will get the football to start this second half of action. Norwin comes in to tonight 5-2, losses to Penn Trafford and North Allegheny. Pittsburgh Central Catholic in Week 7, 6-1. One loss on their ledger. First game of the year to LaSalle, have rolled off 6 in a row, trying to make it 7 with just road games at Seneca Valley and at Cannon-McMillan left on their schedule. And for Norwin, they can make some noise and almost secure the third spot in the 6A playoffs and prevent themselves from facing Central Catholic in the first round if they can get wins against Cannon-Mac and Lebo in the remaining weeks of the schedule.
Yeah, Norwin needs to get that 3 seed. But, hey, in the state title perspective, who's the heavy favorite every single year in 6A? St. Joe's Prep?
St. Joe's, yes, of course.
Who took an L last week? To the LaSalle Explorers. So
something to explore.
Something to explore there. Maybe a 6A title rematch if Central Catholic can make it out of the WPIALs, of course.
Yeah, I think a lot of people had LaSalle
penciled in
on this.
Yeah, they had them penciled in, and I said preseason, I said, hey, don't sleep on the Explorers here, and they beat them handedly, 31-20 over St. Joe's Prep last Friday.
Pfeiffer to kick off. And we away here in the second half. On the return, it's Alexander. And Alexander has a burst of speed and gets wrestled down. And some oohs and ahs from the Central Catholic squad that thought maybe there was a face mask.
That was another clear face mask. I can't believe there's no laundry on the field.
No laundry on the field, but Allie Cohen is. We'll go down to her now.
Hey guys, I talked to Norwin head coach Mike Brown. I said, how do you get your offense going? He said, we have to get people up front. We have to get people moving. We have to get running the football. I said, is this what you expected from a Central team? He said, 100%. They are disciplined. They are well coached, and we're going to have our hands full this second half. Guys.
Allie, thank you. First down and 10 for the Vikings. As Eric throws to that far boundary. It is completed. Trying to shake a couple off.
Is
Amari Wormsley.
Is Ryan Lahmeyer trying to remind them, hey, remember, we did very well on these wide receiver now routes, maybe for a pump and go later.
You've been waiting for it and calling for it all night long. Herrick back to pass, has time, sets, and now going to take off and run with it. And he'll look for the near boundary and get escorted out. He's already been hit pretty hard by Michael DeFazio. Did not want to see what that felt like a second time.
Yeah, and can you blame him?
No.
Can you blame him? Yeah, DeFazio flexed his muscle as he was running over there.
Third down from the 47.
I'm surprised Herrick didn't take a shot there. Nobody was really open, but he has a lot of confidence. He could have gotten the ball down there. There were 3 vertical routes on that right there. I mean, maybe just throw it up for a player to make a play.
And it's Alexander, another call. Steady dose of 4 for Central Catholic. One of their other tailbacks, Chris Black, one of the great freshmen of a season ago, is Alexander asking for a breather.
And they're putting back in Roman Thompson. I was wondering where Roman Thompson has been.
But Black has been injured most of the season, most recently a hamstring injury. So here's Thompson, and he doesn't have much room. Leonard had him by the ankle, and finally.
The biggest thing, though, is this Central Catholic offensive line is just moving the line of scrimmage 3 yards every single play. I mean, it's tough to get by. I mean, Norwin is making plays, but not until after 3 yards.
Play action. Screen pass here to Watkins. Maceo shrugs off one, gets decked by another as Leonard comes over once again to bring him down.
The Navy commit absolutely loves running the ball angry there. Very not much like a wide receiver.
Back to pass, Herrick. And gets hit as he throws, coming back to make the catch. Yes, he did. He makes the catch. A nice grab by Aiden Nasadka.
And, you know, Herrick went front side there. Backside, they ran a switch route, and Gatton was wide open. The defender did not switch. Another coverage bust there for Norwin. Would have been a touchdown.
And a broken tackle there. Thompson into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Central Catholic. But there is a flag down, and this one will come back and eliminate a 37-yard run.
Number 52, 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. Replay, first down.
That's the center, Matt Bowers.
And he had him. He did have him. I thought he might have called illegal hands to the face. Thankfully, they only got a hold, so it's 10 yards, not 15.
Yeah, that offensive line, just going to give credit to Matt Bowers, the center. Right guard is Jake Murphy, a senior. Right tackle, James Holter, a junior. Left guard is John Sassick, a junior. We've talked about him. And Jimmy Callis, the Division I recruit as well, at left tackle. As Herrick throws, and that one bobbled and not secured, incomplete. Intended for Colson Gatton, trying to make a highlight reel in.
Have you ever seen a 6'2", 215 guy move through the air like that? No. Oh, my goodness. He almost came down with that. Great ball by Herrick, too, right there.
I was just going to say, how mature does Herrick look as just a sophomore?
Ryan Lahmeyer's been raving about him. He said, mechanically speaking, in footwork, he's wise beyond his years.
Second down, long here for the Vikes. Herrick going to let it fly to Watkins, who can make the catch at the 10, and Watkins had it but couldn't secure it.
Herrick could have put a K-cup in a coffee maker, made some coffee, had a couple sips, and then thrown it. He had forever to throw that ball. And Watkins, you just got to come down with that one.
You know, if you're a Pittsburgh Central Catholic alumni and maybe haven't watched the Vikings in a couple years, this is not your dad's or your grandfather's Vikings offense.
No, they're actually taking their time right now. They have been flying onto the ball, but yeah, they put the ball up. There's no doubt.
Third down 20. Herrick with pressure was able to escape, takes off and runs with it. Herrick with a flag down is tackled 10 yards shy of the line to gain. It was penalty marker down back at the line of scrimmage.
I think they're going to get a hold here, but that was Mason Kugler coming in untouched. Normally, you know, he's the heartbeat of that defense there.
Offense, number 53.
Yeah, they did get him.
10-yard penalty from the previous spot. 3 plays.
Kugler just missed him here, coming in unblocked. Great stunt and just overshot it right there. And I did not see the hold, but I believe it.
They called it on 53, Firely.
After the penalty,
Third down and forever here for the Vikes.
Kugler, who you mentioned, a captain on the Norwin side. They set up the running back screen to Alexander. Alexander breaks free. There goes Alexander down the near boundary. And Alexander, for the second time tonight, is in. But there's another flag, and this one will come back.
This one's coming back. Maceo Watkins absolutely grabbed the defender. Probably would have made the play after about 10, 15 yards. But, yeah, can't do it. Can't do it. Would have been 4th and 20 anyway.
Holding. Offense, number 9. 10-yard penalty. 3-play third down.
You know, talking about Mason Kugler, Coach Brown told me this hilarious story about them. They said he will call the defense from the field. They check every single formation. Well, there was an opponent. They did not name the opponent because they don't want other teams going back to watch it. There was an opponent. Mason Kugler called every single defensive play from the field himself. He said he's the only kid I've ever had that we've done that for. And they said he did an excellent job. They only held him less than 20 points, so pretty good by Mason Kugler. High football IQ kid right there for number 50.
Third down
and 32 for the Vikings.
32.
From the 41.
Screen pass set up to Nasadka, incomplete. Fourth down, punt muted on, and a big hold there for Norwin. They want to spark something to get back into this game. They had to keep Central off the scoreboard, and twice touchdowns get called back on that drive.
Here's the catch-22. It's 4th and 32. I think if you're Norwin, you have to go after this punt. You have to create a splash play, but you don't want to rough the punter when it's 4th down and 32. So, you know, it's risk-reward here. Yeah, they just played it safe. Probably smart.
Josephik gets it away.
Nice punt, though.
Or beg your pardon, Defata gets it away. And
we're going to get some extracurricular activity here. I don't know who the ref is going to call this on, but
flag down.
The two gunners were going after it. Both of them fell to the ground. I don't know which one started it and which one ended it. We'll see.
There's a 41-yard punt at the 18-yard line.
Holding on the return team, number 7. Half the distance to the goal. First down, Norwin.
Not what you want if you're Norwin.
There you go. And when we come back, Norwin will have their chance. Trailing 21-0 on a Thursday night in Oakland. We'll be back on SportsNet Pittsburgh.
Welcome to La Roche University, where experience isn't just a buzzword, it's a way of life.
At La Roche, our students thrive by putting their ideas into action.
So we came in today just kind of getting a general idea of valuing a model and how it is done in actual real-life time.
I think what they're doing at La Roche with the applied learning has a lot of value for the students. They're able to see the real-world numbers come to life, and that has a lot of impact for them.
La Roche University, engaging minds, embracing the world.
I'm Rocco, and I work here at Shell Polymers Monaca. Outside of work, I coach and train football at M7 Shell Sports Complex. We work with students on and off the field to develop their life skills, helping build my community.
This Friday, the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, features Bishop Cannabin as the Crusaders take on the Fort Cherry Rangers. Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. And we're back here on SportsNet Pittsburgh. Magic of television. First down and 10 for the Norwin Knights, who trail 21-0. Tristan Tavares, the quarterback for the Knights, has time this time. Lets it fly, and it's in and out of the hands, incomplete. Jake Knight, the intended receiver. Jordan Ray in coverage.
What a play by Jordan Ray there. Tavares dropped it in a bucket. What a ball. Jordan Ray, I mean, that's just excellent defense there. Oh, he still almost got the ball through.
Ray has had quite the day.
The junior, he's going to be a big-time player now.
Second down, 10. They give it off to Rotroff. Picks a couple to the 13.
That was Nick Karinga there coming in. He's that hybrid linebacker safety. They'll put him in the box when they think it's a run. When they think it's a pass, he will be out in coverage. He flies around, but him being out in that slot, when there's a slot guy, that allows Roman Thompson and Colson Gatton to stay in the box. Thompson been a little quiet tonight.
Yes. Third down. Tavares with pressure and another sack. Another sack for the Central Catholic defense. And this time it's Angelo Pigliano on the sack.
The Western Michigan commit. Every single FCS team in the country offered this kid. Western Michigan then offered, and he took the offer. And you can see why. He's a defensive tackle. He has a high motor.
Punts away. Going to take a roll and go through the five-hole there of Nasadka. Nasadka said he didn't touch it. Norwin says he did. And the officials say they agree with the Vikings.
If that ball didn't touch him, he deserves an Emmy, my friend. Because he played that off way too smooth. Let's see here, right through the five.
I think it went right through. It's like, oh my goodness, it sure did. You know, to steal the hockeyism, Penguins opening night. Currently leading. Shout out to all of you switching back and forth from SportsNet.
Do we see the pump and go? Look at Maceo Watkins. He's telling them something here right now, Matt. They're lined up in the formation. Oh, no, now they're getting out of it.
First down and 10. Alexander, they set up the screen pass again to Watkins, and Watkins able to pick his way forward to the 48.
Maybe that was the signal. It was like, hey, it's my turn.
Yeah, no, I'm catching this one. You're blocking, I'm catching. Watkins, another fun one to watch.
From the 48.
These mammoths on the Central Catholic offensive line. I've never seen anything like this, man. There
Eric
it is.
With pressure, and he's sacked.
The pump and go destroyed. They finally did it, and they had Watkins wide open, too. They just didn't have the time. Watch the pump here. Quick little shimmy. They just brought 6 or 7 there. Norwin all over it.
Leonard was the man to get to Herrick.
From the 40.
Central Catholic been moving backwards the last couple of drives. Very uncharacteristic of the Vikes.
Yeah, the Vikes had 2 touchdowns called back in their last series. Herrick has time. This time he'll throw, and incomplete, not secured. Gatton was still trying to get his claws on the football there as he goes out of bounds.
And that would have been 4th down and manageable. You probably do go for it on that 4th and 2. But here's a problem. Herrick goes down. It looks like a cramp, thankfully, but Herrick is down right now.
We'll step aside.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
You know, when Gary's call came in, just by the sound of the call, you knew that this was a bad injury.
When I saw Gary in the hospital room, they were afraid that his injuries were so severe that the lower leg wouldn't be salvageable. It was 50-50 as to whether Gary was going to keep the lower limb.
My name's Gary. When I needed help the most, Edgar Snyder was there for me. I wouldn't have wanted no one else. I'm glad they were my team, straight up.
Hi, this is Mark Baer from Bud Bear Mazda. It's time for the Mazda More to Move You summer event. We have a great selection of new 2025 Mazda CX-50s. These are assembled in the United States. We have 1.9% financing on those up to 60 months. Save money and drive one home today. All of our current inventory is unaffected by tariffs.
The honest dealer, believably different, Bud Bear.
This Friday, the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, features Bishop Canavan as the Crusaders take on the Fort Cherry Rangers. Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. Great shot of the moon here in Oakland tonight. Carnegie Mellon University, the site of our Thursday night high school football game here on SportsNet Pittsburgh.
Is that moon waning? Or waxing, whatever it's called?
You tell me, brother.
Waning. Yeah.
No, you were right the first time.
I shouldn't have guessed, second-guessed myself.
Oh, and another muff punt, but Norwin able to secure it for Jake Knight.
Jake Knight on a night of waning moon.
For the Knights.
For the Knights. The Knights' chances to win are waning. That's going to be the last of it.
For now, anyway. If you unfamiliar with the WPIAL Insider podcast, check it out on
X and YouTube.
And YouTube.
We have a lot of fun.
_
Great community.
Insider. Shows every week, break down every classification of the WPIAL and more. Our opinions. Brad Everett of the Pittsburgh Union Progress joins us normally when he's not on IR.
And we have a lot of fun.
We do have a lot of fun. And if you're a WPIAL high school football fan, I think you'd enjoy it. Central Catholic has sacked Tavares 6 times tonight.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's still about 18 minutes of game time to play. I mean, it's far from over.
Yeah.
Far from over.
Disconcerting signals on the defense. 5-yard penalty.
You don't see that often.
I don't think I ever have seen that.
Trying to make the offense using their cadence to make them snap the ball early or a right guard or right tackle jump, thinking that it's the offensive correct cadence. You can't do it. I worked for Pat Narduzzi for a long time.
Yes, you did.
We found a lot of different ways to do that for the offense.
Breaking news here. Rotroff.
He just can't get it going. And once again, I think that Norwin has to go to a halfback screen of some sort here because Central Catholic's defense, they're just flying off the balls, not thinking, just hunting. You need to get them to think a little bit.
Second down, 5 after the gain of 5.
Second down and 5 from the 27.
We tick inside 6 minutes, third quarter action. Still 21-0 was our halftime score. Option play, new man carrying the ball. Parker Ringo, a sophomore for the Knights, carries forward to the 29.
Letting the sophomore get some burn there for a second. He didn't have much going either, although, oh boy, Blatt just splatted him too. My goodness.
Yeah, where's the Splat t-shirts?
I mean, that's
right.
An easy #1 seller.
Should be selling them in the strip district on Sundays.
Yes.
Dead ball. Encroachment.
An encroachment penalty against, and I mean, Carlo, for as clean a first half it was for Central, it has been self-inflicted here in the second.
It has been self-inflicted. It's been ugly. They're keeping Norwin in the game legitimately.
Keeping is quarterback Tavares.
And
Tavares is a yard shy of the sticks.
That's really the first time we've seen him do it, and he gets 9 yards. I mean, that has to be the offense. You know, he has over 500 yards on the ground with 9 rushing touchdowns. I mean, that's what the bread and butter has to be right now.
Second and 1 from the 43.
Second down and 1. And they give it back to Rotroff.
Another, I don't know what this one could even be. It came in so late.
Another flag, and we'll check that. You were talking about Tavares running. Came into tonight, 73 carries, 546 yards, averaged 7.4 yards a carry, along the 46, those 9 rushing touchdowns you mentioned. But he averaged 78 yards a game on the ground.
Yeah, and the crazy part was 2 years ago as a sophomore, he led all of 5A in passing when they were 5A.
Yes.
So, it's going to be on the offense this time.
Viking fans approve.
There might be more penalty yards than yards for the Knights here tonight. Central getting set, and Zach Gleason here, that boundary corner coming up to press Mr. Powling.
Back to pass. Tavares too tall. Incomplete, third down coming up. Markle, the intended receiver.
And that's number 7, Seamus Mahone. You know, Coach Lehmeyer speaks very highly of him. He said if he had a daughter, he would let Seamus date his daughter. He said he's the only one on the team.
Mahone was a quarterback in the program up into the season and decided to find a way onto the field and found a way quicker anyway onto the field in the defensive. And right on cue, Mahone makes the tackle.
There he is, hard-hitting Mahone right there. He's a bad man on the turf, of course. Off the turf, you can date your daughter, says Coach Lane.
Yeah, longtime quarterback. He is also the backup quarterback.
And this could be, I don't want to call it the ball game yet, but if you're Norwin, you need to pick up this 4th down here, or else you could be in trouble giving Central Catholic this short field.
Tavares on 4th down, option play, Tavares the first down, and he was running with purpose into Central Catholic territory down at the 49.
They do it again and again. They go jumbo and just do quarterback power on 4th down and short.
Tavares quickly has a receiver wide open downfield. It's caught. Touchdown Knights. Jordan Ray.
No. That's Potter. That's Potter Brozeski there for the Knights. That's their big play splash guy that Coach Brown has been talking about. Said he needs to get him involved, and of course they get him involved. That's their big play guy, and boy did he live up to the billing there.
The junior makes the catch.
That was over Jordan Ray.
49 yards, yes.
10's all over the field.
10's wild, and Brozeski gets the catch and the touchdown. Extra point pending from Tristan Josevic.
And all of a sudden, this game got a lot more interesting.
No question. Extra point off the post. A doink in Oakland.
That is just so deflating. You finally get on the board, and then you doink the extra point.
21-6, Central Catholic still with the lead, but you know, we talk about this all the time, Carlo, about in games where Central needed to leave no doubt, put the pedal to the metal, as they say, and cruise away here in the second half. They've allowed, through self-inflicted penalties and mistakes, allowed Norwin to hang around in this game, and as we know,
that's what happens.
This is, it's a 2-score game just like that.
I'm a little bit surprised that they didn't get Tristan Tavares running the ball earlier. I mean, it's no coincidence. As soon as Tavares starts running, they score a touchdown. It's no coincidence. And yeah, he just got him on a double move there, and that was a great ball there by Tavares as well. And
Brozeski was really wide open until Ray kind of shortened up on them late in that throw, that catch.
It might have been a coverage breakdown because he was running up the sidelines, nobody around him.
See what Josevic decides to do here, and it is an onside kick. Bobbled around.
Norwin thinks they have it.
They do not.
No. Ooh. I love the play call, though. Wow, that took me by surprise. That had to be close.
I mean, geez.
Executed perfect.
going right at it.
Executed perfectly. I can't believe they didn't get on that ball.
Xavier Harding is the injured Viking down, and let's check downstairs with Allen.
Hey guys, when I talked to Norwin head coach Mike Brown a couple of days ago, I asked him about his coaching style. He says he likes to think he's a player's coach. He's tough when he needs to be. One thing that needed more attention was their discipline with certain things. They focused on small things in the offense, in the offseason to operate as a unit and as one. He said this season he may have taken some steps towards being the bad guy, but the players respected it, and he thought it earned their trust in the process, holding them to a standard to compete in 6A. We also have to give a happy birthday shout out to his daughter Rosie, who is turning 1 on Saturday. Guys.
Very much a happy birthday to Rosie. And that drive by Norwin, 7 plays, 78 yards, took 2:50 off the clock, back to work for the Central offense, and breaking a tackle is Thompson. And there goes Thompson. And how's this for an answer? 1 play, Central back in front by 3 scores, 52 yards.
Well, he was due. That was his 4th touch, wasn't it? Once every 4 touches, he gets a touchdown. He's long overdue, but boy, Norwin, you almost get that onside kick, and then Roman Thompson, 52 yards to the house. I mean, those you can't arm tackle Roman Thompson. You can't do it.
And Thompson kind of looking around like, is there anybody around? No.
He gets through the first level and said, Mike, hey, thanks for this one. This is a good jaywalk into this.
DeFata to give the Vikings a touchdown advantage.
DeFata has been pure all night. He is launching the ball.
28-6, and how it all happened. Couple arm tackles, Carlo.
Couple arm tackles indeed. And unfortunately for the Norwin Knights, I mean, that was Michael Willis coming down, trying to come down from his safety spot. You gotta lay the lumber. I know it's tough. This kid is tough. He's a state champion wrestler as well. Arm tackles aren't going to bring him down. He's like a big tree. You got to chop him at his trunks.
And swagger of Central Catholic.
Boy, they are getting fired up. Hit squad is what they call the kickoff unit. Let's see if they live up to their nicknames.
Going back to exactly what I just said moments ago about leaving no doubt, you score in 1 play, you get the offense right back out there, you score in 1 play. That's leaving
that's
no doubt.
And, notice, I know it was only 1 play, no holdings to bring them back, no jumping off sides before the snap. So things like that do matter for the Vikings here because, I mean, we've had a couple touchdowns called back on for penalties.
28-6. Return from the 5. Nice return here for Pauling.
My goodness, this hit squad, about 5 of them got a hit and got a lick there.
At the 24-yard line, back to work for Norwin. Norwin came in to tonight the 3rd team in 6A, 2-1 in the conference and in the class, 5-2 overall, averaging 33.5 points per game, giving up 16. Central 6-1, 3-0 in the conference, averaging 43.5 points per game and giving up 11.8.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Norwin tomorrow night will have their eyes on that NA and Kanak box score.
Yeah. There's a carry there for Rotroff. Picks up
3.5. Yeah, but if Kanak does somehow upend North Allegheny, that drops Norwin to that vaunted number 4 seed. And if you're in the number 4 seed, you get Central Catholic first round of the playoffs, which is no fun.
No. Cheerleaders having fun.
Central's cheerleaders first time since 1993.
Yeah,
when I was born.
Partying like it's 1993. As Rotroff gets another carry, and he runs with authority, picks up a Knight first down. Knight fans approve.
And that was Jordan Ray coming up again. Jordan Ray having a game. He does pick up the first down, but Ray, nice open field tackle there. Oh, man, he laid the lumber down. Both of them did.
You know, that Central Catholic team that takes down Pine Richland 34-20 in the second game of the season. More on that in a minute after this run for Rotroff stacked up. That win, Coach Lehmeyer said it wasn't just a W, it was a belief builder as Central really dominated the second half, and after Pine Richland had won the last few meetings.
And they were up first half there, and Central wins by 14.
Yeah.
Right on this field.
Tavares, back to pass, has time. Nothing open downfield, still time to throw. Now he'll let it fly, and he overthrows it with a flag down.
Wow, are they going to get defensive pass interference here? Remember, there's no non-catchable ball. Every ball is catchable in high school.
How many times from the stands or at home, people yell at their TV in high school football, that was uncatchable?
Yeah, not a roll. You
roll.
informed me of that a couple weeks ago, and it's a great one to know.
Yeah.
If you notice there, though, they are now.
Pass interference.
There it is.
Yeah.
15-yard penalty. First down.
Yeah, that's one you don't even have to touch them. The ball was not going to be caught, but Ashton Blatt getting doubled there in the pass rush. They're making sure Gio Rothtrov is shadowing Blatt's side so that he has to chip him. If you're not chipping him, he's been making a nightmare for Tavares.
First and 10 for the Knights from the Vikings, 48.
First down and 10 now for Norwin from the 48 of Central. And Rotroff carries for maybe one.
And that's another one, Michael DeFazio. They shifted him there. They didn't go in motion, but they shift him over, and they run right behind him again. This Norwin Knight offense, DeFazio and Lenhart, number 5, whenever they are in the game at tight end, if they're moving somewhere, there's a reason they're moving. They love those two, getting them into space, and both can lead block.
Back to pass. Tavares, an absolute bullet. That goes incomplete, intended for Jake Knight.
Jake Knight might be missing some fingertips.
I was just thinking the same thing. My goodness. This thing is...
He laced that one in there just a little bit too high. My goodness, if it hit his helmet, he'd be concussed.
Third down and 8. Running is Tavares, and he lowers his shoulder.
I love the play call. You set up fourth and medium, but you absolutely have to go here. And, you know, I wouldn't hate running the exact same thing. Something that they've been running a lot, though, in this situation, trips to the boundary and speed option to the wide side. They are trips to the boundary here.
On fourth down, 4th and 5.
From the 43.
I'd run Tavares wide.
On the 43-yard line, back to pass Tavares, will throw, and it's right at the sticks and pushed back. Boy, this is going to be close.
That's a nice spot by that ref.
First down.
And he's saying first down.
Oh,
wow.
man.
That one, I'm not sure. That's a very generous spot. Very generous spot, but I don't hate it. Fourth down. Yeah, you know what? It's close.
The Norwin coaches to our right smiling.
yes, they are.
Over the right next to us. No red hankies that would have absolutely been thrown there. We would have taken a second or third look at that one.
Norwin's got a couple calls so far tonight.
Yeah.
A couple nice spots.
But Patrick Smook, his helmet there, 54, is the white paint has chipped off. It's now red underneath.
He's battling with Colbert all night long. Colbert,
it's physical
deadlifts
in the trenches.
700 pounds.
Screen pass and nobody home. Tavares had heat in the kitchen quickly. So it will be third down and 10 now.
And here comes in that Delta unit there, that nickel package, bringing in some extra DBs, taking out some bigger fellas for Central Catholic there. Pugliano coming out, as well as Manny Regis.
Third down, 10. At the 38, as Rotroff gets the carry, and he gets to the 35, kind of 4-down territory here for the Knights.
And that's Mahone just coming up from his safety position and making a play. That's a beautiful form tackle, in the open space. They call that running the alley there. And, that's only a 3.5, 4-yard gain.
And that's the way the third quarter comes to a close. Central Catholic 28, Norwin 6. Thursday night high school football continues when we go to the fourth here on SportsNet Pittsburgh.
Have a nice day, family. What would they do without me?
Can someone fix my hair? Must have cheesy eggs.
I can't find my keys.
No! Never! I'm the king of
Oh, I need some help.
I better get more life insurance.
You're irreplaceable, but a life insurance policy from GBU Life can provide your family with the resources for a well-planned future. Visit gbu.org to get started.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
This Friday, the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, features Bishop Cannabin as the Crusaders take on the Fort Cherry Rangers. Friday night at 7 on KDKA+.
On Saturday, tune in to KDK Plus for President's Athletic Conference football as the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets host the Geneva Golden Tornadoes at John F. Wiley Stadium. This Saturday at 4 p.m. only on KDK Plus.
Let's play a fourth on Thursday night.
And let's play it on fourth.
Fourth down for the Knights. Tavares pressured, and one more time he goes down. Sacked on the play by Mr. Mr. Blatt.
This kid is unbelievable. I mean, he ruined Hempfield's night, and I was wondering how he was going to do against Norwin because those guys are about the same, and it's more of the same. My goodness, he's everywhere.
Oh, man, he is fun to watch.
Bill Belichick got himself a good one.
Oh, man, I tell you. Or whoever's
coaching. Yeah, we'll see how Uncle Bill does down there.
Yeah, so. Uncle Bill. It's been an interesting college football season, with highly ranked recruits at Penn State. How do you feel about the way things have gone at PSU and Happy Valley this year? Do you they just mentioned that one of the most highly touted recruits in the country for the McKeesport Tigers, looking at Georgia, is going to take a visit.
Come on, Spell commits to Penn State. Georgia comes off, and he says, well, I should probably go check out RBU.
As speaking of running backs, Jaden Alexander, some of that 4.4 speed.
Alexander's had himself a nice night.
No doubt. Consistent. I mean, Central just produces running backs. And a great move there, and a couple in his arsenal. He gets bogged down in the backfield as a flag comes flying out.
This is amazing. 5 and 8 on Norwin. Josh Leonard's 5, Michael DeFazio 8. Both tight ends, both linebackers. And they are like always in sync, those two. If one makes the play, the other's not far behind.
False start penalty on Central.
5 in the backfield, illegal formation on the offense. Penalties decline, 4th down.
Oh, 4th down, that's going to hurt, but the Vikes are staying on the field.
They are. 4th down and 4. Herrick quick punt.
Wow, great punt, too. Very nice, Owen.
And we'll get it inside the 10, and that's as good as you draw it up.
Yeah, I mean, you legitimately can't pooch that thing any better. The guy punts it as good as he can throw it. Ryan Lehmeyer, very pleased.
That's a 49-yard punt for the sophomore quarterback, Owen Herrick. Mentioned Syracuse already pulls the trigger, as is Robert Morris. And I have a feeling a lot more to come.
Yeah, he has a quick release. There's going to be a lot more coming. The arm talent is there. It'll probably be this spring when college coaches come to see him. I mean, he's all a 6'1.5", 6'2".
First down at 10, and Tavares and their offense with their backs against the wall here.
Norwin starts the drive.
And flags fly before they get going.
Legal substitution on the offense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
I mean, they have 12 on the field. Nobody's come off yet either. No, they have 11. Okay, sorry. 11. They snuck one off. I think.
Is that Central Catholic math or Duquesne math?
That was Duquesne math.
Okay, gotcha. First down. As it's
my statistics too, Professor, seen me about 3 times, 3 different semesters. He said, "Mr. Zofko, what are you doing here again?"
Oh, you're back again.
You know really exactly what I'm doing here.
I really just enjoy the class. Tavares keeps their second down upcoming.
And if you're Norwin, you got to start pushing the pace a little bit. Less than 11 to go in the game.
Down and 10 from the 8.
Carry for Rotroff.
I would not run it into Zach Gleason. That guy is a hard hitter there. Maybe a little friendly fire there.
Yeah, Colson Gatton slow to get up there. Oh, wow.
Up 2 on the play.
Little high-low action there.
Yeah.
From the 10.
I'll tell you what, the Norwin Knights, they're going to have some bruises tomorrow.
Yeah.
Going to have some bruises tomorrow.
Third down at 8. Tavares has time, will throw, and gets his receiver right about a yard shy of the sticks.
I love the play call. You know, they ran Michael DeFazio in a drag. They wanted to get him to the field all alone, but Central was all over it. If you see on the replay here, look, they're all over it.
They're going for it. On fourth down, they go quick, and the pile pushes forward for Tristan Tavares.
Easily got that, too.
Yeah.
Exactly what the Knights needed, but that clock keeps ticking now.
Tavares in trouble and sacked one more time. Going down, Manny Regas.
Manny Regas finally getting in on the action here. That was just a great pass rush move. Beats the tackle there and takes Tavares down yet again. That blind side for Tavares. I mean, his back's been hit a couple times here.
Second sack of the night for Regas.
More importantly, second and 19. You're against the sticks right now, and you're against the clock.
Tavares back into the belly of Rotroff, who shakes off one, and a flag flies in.
Giovanni Rotroff, the ball carrier.
We'll check with the officials on the call. Gatton one more time in on the stop.
Brought down by Gatton.
Gatton all over the place.
Holding offense, number 10, half the distance to the goal. Free play, second down.
Little fun fact here, Matthew. This Central Catholic safety coach, Ray Ritz, he was Norwin's defensive coordinator last year.
Yes,
so they said, hey, he knows this offense very well.
Injury down. We'll talk more about the Ritzes when we come back here on SportsNet Pittsburgh.
Quiet on set? No way. This is Jake's time to shine, and Ryan's, and our crew. Cameras, check. Drones, check. Checking that shot we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here capturing this action. This is when we get to work, to bring you every moment live, no matter what. Broadcasting changes everything. Transform how you experience the game with JRM Video Production.
This is a meal. We're talking a good food that makes you feel good meal. You feeling that? Now, meal this. A salad for the first time in a week meal. A catching up with your ex meal.
So, how's your mom?
Been there. Ooh, a scoring cool dad points meal.
Obviously.
Thank you. Do I spy an I need 5 minutes to myself meal? Whatever you're feeling, at Panera, it just meals good.
At Hello Bistro, we keep it fresh. Fresh flavors, fresh choices, endless ways to build what you're craving. Because food should be as bold as you are. You deserve fresh. Only at Hello Bistro.
This Friday, the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, features Bishop Canavan as the Crusaders take on the Fort Cherry Rangers. Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. Fourth quarter action here, our presentation on SportsNet Pittsburgh. Our friends at JRM Sports bringing you high school football tonight. And if you're watching this rebroadcasted on Friday night, whenever you're watching, thanks for doing it. Tavares is in trouble on third down and another one.
Yeah, this is just Tristan just seeing ghost right now. The pass rush has gone to him all night. He had some time there, tried getting out of it when he didn't really need to. And that's what's going to happen when you get sacked almost 10 times.
Blatt and company in on that one. They go quick punt there. You see the...
I mean, they had to. I mean, you can't go for it on that fourth down. And that punt unit, I mean, to their credit, they got out there quickly.
Pfeiffer's punt down at the 50. Central's offense back out there. You were talking about Ray Ritz, who's an assistant coach now at Central. Of course, Ray's time known as the head coach of the Jeanette Jayhawks when he was the head coach when Terrell Pryor, the #1 recruit in the country, led the team to WPIAL and PIAA gold. Ray had leukemia back in 2018.
Oh, no.
Is in remission.
Oh, good.
But never left the sideline. His son, Ryan Ritz, the team's offensive coordinator here at Central Catholic. And, of course, the family connections continue.
Family of football right there. You love it.
Back to pass in trouble, and he is going to be rolled down. Knee down, sack called by the official. That
was Gio Algeri. That was a very, very nice pass rush there. And I do think the ref got that correct. I do think he was down before he got that ball out.
Yep, I agree with you. Herrick goes down.
The 6'2 junior getting after it. Nice bend around the edge there. You love to see it.
Second down, 21 for Central.
From their own 40.
Herrick hands off. Alexander picks his way for a couple.
You know, you got to wonder, Central Catholic, they're really not milking the clock here. They're still going. You know, they're not happy with this 28-6 game. I think that they were expecting more points on the board.
3rd and 19 from the 42.
No doubt. And obviously, the standard is high at Central Catholic in terms of not just winning, but winning in the Central
winning
way.
Big. Oh, yeah.
The Central way.
I can remember beating Bethel Park, and Terry Totten freaked out on us. We beat them by 40.
Over the middle, Watkins is pulled down, but Maceo Watkins on a beauty.
That ball was on the money from Herrick. Reminded me of some former number 12s back in Central Catholic's days, like Tino Sincerian, among others.
That goes for 40 and a first down.
Gain of 30.
Watkins making up for the drop earlier tonight. Big play there by Maceo.
Into the belly of Alexander. And he gets to the 15 for a pickup of 2.
And that's Leonard. He just grabbed a hold of him and wouldn't let him go because Jaden almost, if he breaks that tackle, he's in the end zone for 6.
Second down, 8.
The old check with me right here.
Back to pass. Herrick fires, end zone, dropped, incomplete.
He had it for 2 steps and then dropped it. Wow. Herrick a little bit too much mustard on that one. Herrick, he's rocking with the Steph Curry mouthpiece. That was a beauty of a pass. That's a shame that was dropped. Oh, boy, was that beautiful. That ball was spinning.
Third down, 8.
Do you think Alexander comes back to the backfield here? No.
Herrick back to pass. Looks. Fires. Watkins down inside the 5 for a first down. First and goal for Central.
Just back-breaking there, no doubt about it. But here we go. One of the first times you see this Bobby McCurrack coming into the game, the big fullback. They love running behind him. They did say they probably weren't going to play him much because they were spreading the ball out, but they love this fullback.
McCurrack leading the way for Roman Thompson, who's down to the 2. As Central looks for an explanation point on their 7th win of the season now with 5 minutes to go in the 4th.
And they got Pugliano in there as well as a second fullback. I mean, this
Thompson into the end zone. Touchdown, Men of Central.
How many fullbacks and tight ends did Central use in that set? That was a heavier jumbo.
The heaviest jumbo.
Yes. Yes. And Roman gets that's his second touchdown of the game, if I'm not mistaken. Keeping his average of 3.75 touches per touchdown in check.
Thompson, touchdowns 18 and 19 on the year. Extra point through the Bulls and good. Central Catholic rolling on a Thursday night in Oakland, 34-6 on SportsNet Pittsburgh.
A house is just 4 walls, but a home, that's something more. At Your Town Realty, we don't just work here, we live here. We're small by choice, with deep roots in real relationships that go beyond transactions. And because this city means so much to us, we give back, year after year. It's not about being the biggest, it's about being the one that feels like home. Your Town Realty, locally owned, community grown.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 7 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
Got a tree problem? Call the experts Pittsburgh Trust. Greater Pitt Tree Service. Whether it's trimming, removal, treatment, or storm damage, we've got you covered. Big or small, anything trees. Certified to work around energized lives, we handle the dangerous jobs others can't. For fast, professional service, call Greater Pitt Tree Service. 412-884-TREE. That's 412-884-TREE, the best choice for tree work in Pittsburgh. Central Catholic rolling 35-6 on the Norwin Knights here tonight.
Norwin cheerleaders doing an excellent job, staying very peppy.
Okay, all right. High-spirited they are.
Yes, they are.
Now, the best part of high school football, the bands, the cheerleaders, all enjoying
Student
it.
sections.
Yes. Touchback. Norwin gets an opportunity here, 4:57 to play. Knights defense, they were really put in a situation that is next to impossible, but they hung in there at times.
I'll tell you what, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. And if a couple things break Norwin's way, I think the game could have been closer.
Sure.
I don't necessarily think Norwin would have ever won it, but, I mean, you could have convinced me this was a 14-point game at some point.
Norwin.
And Tristan Tavares, where do you see his future going? Carlo, think about that.
I think
he'll throw here and be sacked. Another one. And add another one for Manny Regas.
Yeah, Manny's having an unbelievable night. Tavares is interesting because he's about, they list him at 5'10". He's about 5'8.5", 5'9". He will probably be like a Pete Coughlin from Upper St. Clair, like a Division III All-American. But I would love to see a Division II PSAC school love to take this kid. As we have some more laundry on the field.
It's encroachment on Central.
Yeah.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense, number 2.
Very uncharacteristic night of Central Catholic. They're going to be running some extra sprints here Saturday morning.
You would know, a Central Catholic grad yourself.
Second and 14 from the 16.
I've ran many a sprints on that field.
Rotroff broke a tackle, lowers his shoulder, and another flag.
Was a great run there, and want to give another shout out to number 7, Seamus. It's Mahan. I've been pronouncing it wrong all night. Mahan, big tackle there. My uncle texted me in, big Central Catholic guy as well. He said, that's Central Catholic royalty, that family.
The Mahans.
It's Mahan. I said, I will correct myself.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 55.
Oh, they got him on the face mask.
First down.
Yeah, that was Rotroff's face mask coming off, or helmet coming off because of the face mask. Moves him up to the 40.
Stand 10 from the 40.
My question about Tavares after this play is I give it off to Parker Rigo. Your thoughts on Tavares at the next level as he is a senior?
Yeah, I think he'll probably go Division III, be an All-American. The Pete Coughlin route from Upper St. Clair, he went to W&J, was a 2-time All-American there. Just dynamic, but just a little bit undersized, and that's okay. I still think he's probably going to be my 6A player of the year. It's probably going to be him or Roman Thompson. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with going Division II or Division III. There's a lot of good football out there.
And this is my just thought process here. Maybe Central fans might not love it, but Rotroff on that carry. My thought process is player of the year is you make a dynamic difference for your team. Yeah. Not to say that Roman Thompson doesn't, because he does.
Yeah.
But Central Catholic is still the #1 seed in the WPIAL 6A playoffs without him.
Absolutely. You take
Norwin's
Tavares
not
off
a
this
playoff
team
without Tristan Tavares.
Right. They might not win a game without Tavares. And you seen it last year. They struggled when he went down last year.
And another flag down. Yeah, and I mean, even Coach Mike Brown said to me, we are interested in what's going to happen next year with him not here because we don't know anything else. He's been there 3 years. Obviously, Tristan has been at the helm as long. So, yeah, for the turning of the page next year for Norwin, it's going to be interesting.
It very much will be. And, you know, the quote-unquote backup or emergency quarterback is Josh Leonard, who's also a senior for Norwin.
Sure.
So, I mean, you got to break somebody in, but you also have to empty the tanks because you have Tavares, you have Leonard, you have DeFazio. You got to see if you can make some magic in November. And, yeah, Norwin's just going to try to get out of here healthy here.
Pfeiffer punting it away, kind of waving the white flag. 2:40 to go.
For Norwin, it makes sense because you have to win out to stay that 3 seed there.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and you know, with 2:38 to go.
Yeah, you're not going to make a comeback and win. Make sure Leonard, DeFazio, and Tavares are rocking and rolling, ready to go. Because guess what? You have Cannon Mac, who's also 2-1 in the conference right now. Now they have NA tomorrow night,
right?
So you know you can probably pencil in an L there, but whoever wins this Cannon Mac game will probably be the 3 seed here.
It'll be a fun one next week. Friendly confines of Norwin's Knight Stadium.
This Norwin defense, I'll tell you what, they get off of blocks and they swarm that ball. To their credit, they've been making some plays here.
As Alexander on the carry there. as the clock winds for Central.
So did Chris Black play tonight? No, he did not.
No.
So he was he questionable coming in?
Yes.
Yeah, so he did not play. And they kind of put him in as a change of pace back, with a little thunder and lightning with him and Roman Thompson there.
2nd down and 9.
As impressive a season ago as just a freshman.
But when you have Jaden Alexander, I mean, he's been running like a superstar.
Alexander on the carry.
Man, it's just a shame Central has 3 Division I Power 4 running backs in their backfield.
What a tough problem to have.
With an offensive line that averages 6'6", 290.
3rd down and 5 for the Vikings.
Quarterback's not bad either.
Yeah, we were talking about Seamus Mahan. Pretty smart, too. 4.4 GPA.
At Central Catholic, yeah, that's no walk in the park over there.
We were talking about our GPAs earlier.
Yeah. I took pre-algebra 3 times over there. Which one's the right triangle again?
and here you are.
Alexander, the ball carrier.
Really a Central Catholic miracle story. You Carlos
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. And Central going to try to go for this first down here just to get a couple knees. Nice shot of Roman Thompson's helmet there. I love that Central Catholic, the skull logo that Ryan Lehmeyer put on their helmet.
On the back of the helmet.
Really nice touch.
And just the tradition of Central Catholic, the pregame, everything
the
that
walk,
involved,
the 2x2.
Yeah, it's just everything, the prayer before the game, everything that is Pittsburgh Central Catholic. It really is a tradition that to steal the phrase and adage that's used so often, it has never graduated.
No, it really hasn't. And as a Central alum, I've been back a couple times for some football alumni events, and just getting to see the guys that you grew up watching, and just they're telling stories about their Friday nights. It means a lot, and it's a really, really cool community because you get people from everywhere all throughout Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
The backgrounds are super diverse, and everybody's involved, and everybody is worried about one thing, and that's winning a football game.
And if you know a Central Catholic alum, because they've told you many times.
Oh, yeah. 3 or 4 at least.
All right, so they bring the punt unit out. Does Central. Fata doing both jobs this season, punting and kicking. Gets this one away from the 39. Nice broken tackle by Knight. He tries to get to the corner. He does, and he's pulled down at the 45-yard line.
Rob Coleman, got on his horse to beat him to the edge there. That was impressive by the big fella. Knight spinning and winning there. I can't believe he got caught out. That is one heck of a tackle there by Mr. Coleman.
I just don't understand the size of these Central Catholic guys, and then they still have all
These are the special
speed.
teamers.
Right.
The special
speed is just unbelievable for the size of these guys.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to pray for some big freaks to step on campus.
There's a run up the middle there as Norwin gets out of here. Rigo one more time, and that should be your final play of the ball game.
Knights hung in there, Matt. I don't want to say I was impressed with them, but I certainly am not leaving here disappointed.
Yeah. But Central Catholic, more impressive. 35-6 winners over Norwin tonight to move to 7-1 on the 2025 campaign. Norwin falls to 5-3. Central becomes road warriors the rest of the regular season at Seneca Valley at Canada McMillan, and the Norwin Knights are back at home for the rest of the year. They'll host Canada McMillan and Mount Lebanon to end the season.
We are on the road to Pine Richland. How about that?
It is the Gallop to Gibsonia.
The Gallop to Gibsonia, of course. Pine hosting the WPIAL champions for the 6A and 4A classes. I believe.
It had been, of course, at Norwin for the last handful of years, and now
Norwin's getting some renovations.
Norwin's getting some field renovations, and it goes to Pine Richland where they will crown both the 6A and the 4A champions, as we are going to go down to Allie Cohen, who has our player of the game.
We're making sure Roman Thompson's Nike is in the middle of his.
Yes, man. Gotta look good on TV.
Gotta look good on TV. So, Roman, Coach said coming into the season, the plan was to give you the ball, but maybe not make you the focus back. But he said you took on so much weight. You've been so productive, one of the top producers in the class. Where do you think you've grown each game this season?
I think it's just having trust in the people up front. My O-line does a real good job, and I've been doing a good job just trusting in them, hitting holes the right way, and then just having faith in it will work out.
You guys have been beating opponents by coming into the game by an average of almost 40 points. How do you stay focused in those games?
We're looking at the bigger picture. We know what we're chasing is we still got a little bit of time, so we're just taking it week by week, trying to get better in preparation for the big game at the end of the season.
And what can you say about your defense? What makes you guys so effective, I guess, other than the obvious?
I think we all just play with a really good energy. We all love the sport. As you can tell, we all play with a lot of energy. We're physical, we're fast, and we just have fun with the sport we're playing.
And what can you say about this coaching staff? What have you guys learned from them? What do you take away from them as you continue on in this season, 7-1 now?
Our coaches are really good at having good life lessons and everything they teach. They're really invested. You could tell they want this just as bad as we do. And they give us energy, and we just feed off of it.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Roman. Get done the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Our player of the game, Junior Roman Thompson. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you, and thanks to Roman Thompson. Congratulations to him. Doing it on both sides of the field in 6A is no easy task.
Not easy to do it all, and he makes it look super easy. Although Jaden Alexander had a great game himself. Maybe I bet you in the playoffs you see a lot more Roman Thompson in the backfield.
Yeah, and that's a great thing that Central Catholic has advantages of being able to give guys breaks and breathers throughout the season, so when the real season begins, they're fresh and ready.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, but, let's make it clear. When Roman's in that backfield, it's a touchdown waiting to happen.
One note on the Norwin Knights, they become the first team in conference play to score a touchdown against Central Catholic. So,
I did not realize
that.
Throwing
that
nugget
out there.
There are some positives.
There are, and I think that, you know what, this is one of those things where now Coach Brown's building a program, and certainly they want to be, and he said, we're trying to be the Central Catholics, the North Alleghenies of the class, and that takes time, and certainly they're going to continue to build on that.
It does take time. It was a couple years ago, Cannon Mac was at the cellar of 6A. All of a sudden, they're getting more respectable by the year. I'm seeing the same thing with Norwin. Norwin probably a little bit better than Cannon Mac this year, but 6A, you're hoping it's not just Central Catholic North Allegheny forever.
Last thing for you, if Pittsburgh Central Catholic can win the WPIAL championship, go into the state playoffs, you think they have a shot at LaSalle in a rematch of what happened in week 0?
I do, and I want to say it's because of the quarterback play, Owen Herrick. He gets better every single week. Ryan Lahmeyer's harped on it. Hey, he sees a new coverage. He might make a mistake one time in that new coverage. He doesn't make a mistake that second time. So I do think that if it's LaSalle or even St. Joe's Prep, if they see him again, they're going to see a different quarterback.
Herrick's going to be pretty scary in 2 years when he's a senior now.
Yeah, I can only imagine he's only a sophomore.
Yeah,
only
pretty
a sophomore.
Scary. Pittsburgh Central Catholic gets it done here tonight over those Norwin Knights. Carlo, it's been a pleasure.
Hey, thanks for having me here.
All right, for Carlo Zaffago, our entire JRM video production crew, thanks so much for watching this presentation of Thursday Night High School Football, where the Pittsburgh Central Catholic Vikings take down the Norwin Knights by the final score, 35-6. For Jake Corey and the whole gang, Matt Fargo saying good night from Oakland, and we'll talk to you next time right back here on SportsNet Pittsburgh. Good night, everybody.